It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
Yep, Charlemagne the God.
Andrew Schultz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots podcast, and this week's episode of the Brilliant Idiots is sponsored by Squarespace. From websites to online stores, the marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. There are no hidden fees or price hikes, and all websites are optimized for mobile. And it's so simple. Start with a design template and use drag and drop tools to make it your own. Head to squarespace.com/idiot for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code IDIOT to save 10% off your first purchase. Let's start the show. Doodoo Herm is here.
Yeah.
Big Herman. We are here another week. How's everybody feeling?
Good. How are you?
I am blessed, black, and highly favored, man. Happy to be here. Happy to be enjoying another day of life. More people are passing away.
Yeah. Who else died?
Leon, what's his name? Andre Leon Halley.
Who's that?
Big fashion guy, man.
I thought you meant the guy from Five Heartbeats.
That's what Duval said, too. You can tell who's black. Well, he's black. That's the crazy part.
Yeah. That's the only Leon I know.
Yeah. Duval said the same thing. Duval was like, man, I thought you talking about Leon from the Five Heartbeats.
Yeah, Five Heartbeats. That's Leon.
Wait, what did he do in fashion?
He used to be the editor-in-chief of Vogue.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He passed away. He was 73 years old, which, once again, I think is too young. What was his name? Andre Leon Halley?
And that was what, before Anna Wintour or whatever?
I don't know,
73 is
Andre Leon Talley.
Wow.
Yeah. I know you're saying it's young, but
no, that's young,
like,
B.
I hear you, but at any time after what age, any day you don't mind somebody leaving?
Well, here's
85.
85, then any day after that you could die.
But I'm going to still mind, but after 85, it's like, yo, they were old. After 90, you 100%.
You could die any day.
Yeah. I'm cool with 90. But the older we get, though, with the advancements in technology, people might be sticking around longer. You know what I'm saying? Like
Biden's still here.
Biden's still here, barely.
But they got him hooked up to something. The Queen of England.
Yeah. The guy that should have been president, but it's not. What's the other guy's name?
Trump.
McNeil. What's the other guy?
The guy who was supposed to win, our savior, Trump.
McNeil?
No, what's the other guy? The old guy.
Man,
Biden.
No, the other Biden. Bernie. He's still alive.
Nah, they ready for him to go, bro. They ready for him to be out of here.
Any day, that's what I'm saying.
They let his ass go.
Any day we hear Bernie gone is okay.
Biden farted this week again.
No, he did.
Yes, he did. He did, man.
No,
on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, man.
He did?
Wow.
Man, he let one rip.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm like, God damn,
let freedom
Grandpa.
reign, bro. Let freedom reign. Come on,
country.
From the hilltops of Georgia to the Oval Office.
Let freedom reign. What did we see this week that was positively brilliant? What a fucking idiot.
Biden farting, bro. I didn't see him fart.
Nah, he let it go.
I just saw him say that George Floyd's death was more impactful than Martin Luther King.
That's when he farted. He farted during that same
so
thing.
Even his body knew he fucked up. Even his body was like, yo, chill,
Yo,
man.
relax.
Chill the fuck
body
out.
got nervous.
Too tight.
Cut this out, bro. What are you talking about?
What are you doing? If you don't cut this out, I'm going to cut the cheese. Right here, right now.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It's just like basketball. People think that LeBron was more better than Jordan and stuff because that's all they know. I guess he wasn't into it when Martin Luther King was doing what he was doing. He was probably saying, fuck Martin.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying with this.
No, he was
Biden
there. He was
97
frustrated.
years old.
I understand he was there, but he probably didn't give a fuck.
He was
right now.
He was like
this is
20-something when Martin Luther King Jr. was
all that he knew back in
prime.
the day was kill black people back in the day. He probably didn't give a fuck about that shit.
Listen,
I don't think he wanted to kill black people, but like, maybe there was something that was inconvenient that Martin was doing. Maybe
he probably felt this more because this time of day, I think even if he was racist back in the day, I don't think he racist that much now.
I think Joe Biden's getting a lot of flack for saying something that actually, if you just sit back and take a step and stop worrying about like celebrity, because we always worry about celebrity in these situations, right? We like, how dare somebody say Martin Luther King Jr. or George Floyd's death happened in 2020?
Yep.
Yeah,
right.
Likes.
In the height of the internet era.
Yes,
there was no
that's what I'm
internet
saying.
when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was alive. So literally the world globally saw this 12-minute video and, in a matter of a couple of days. And it was a worldwide renaissance immediately. So yes, I can see why Joe Biden would say George Floyd's death probably had more impact, on the world than Martin Luther King.
Yeah, but Martin Luther King got like actual like policy and legislation change.
Yeah,
but he didn't say
he
life.
got his own day.
He didn't say who did more with their life.
Right.
He said whose death impacted the world more. I think just from a global reach level, in a span of 24, 36 hours.
Okay.
Everybody knew about George Floyd.
I understand what you're saying in terms of like population density. Like this many people knew about George Floyd, but I would also say like the movement that Martin Luther King was spearheading, along with a lot of people, was way more impactful because you're going from a place. It's like greater things were accomplished. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like the world wasn't paying attention to the black struggle, right? And then all of a sudden this happened to George Floyd, and then all of a sudden the world's like, all right, we got to do it. It's like we knew that things needed to change, right? There were other people that were also killed by police, right? So he was a part of a larger movement. Where Martin Luther King literally, like, he opened the eyes to a lot of folks who didn't even know, like they were living their own little bubbles.
But he also died one of the most hated men in America. His approval rating was in the toilet, like literally. Like Martin Luther King Jr. died dealing with anxiety and depression because he was catching hell from his own people.
Right.
His own people calling him an Uncle Tom, and then the rest of America calling him a communist. Like he literally died as one of the most hated men in America. That's why I loved when his daughter tweeted that yesterday. His daughter was like, "Don't act like y'all loved my pops when he died." Like I think his approval rate was in the 30s.
Wow.
Joe Biden levels when he died.
I didn't know that.
So now in his, in hindsight, everybody celebrates Martin Luther King Jr. But when he died, he wasn't beloved at all. George Floyd, you watch that video. If you're a human being, you had sympathy.
So you know what saved
immediately.
Him? That I had a dream speech saves him. If he didn't do that, then what the fuck?
What do you mean that saved
Martin Luther King?
Meaning that's
that's the one. That's his number
that's
single?
the thing, because that's the only thing that we know. That's the only thing I knew.
That shit go.
I only know the hook.
I have a dream.
Yeah, I don't know the verses. I only know the hook.
How don't you know it?
You don't know the verses.
I ain't say I did. You supposed to know it.
I don't know. I know the hook.
You don't remember the beginning of that shit?
I had a dream that one day.
This is a public service announcement. So.
I remember when he said, I may not get there with you. By the way, I don't even know if that's the same speech.
Come on now.
I know Martin bars. I just can't put them together all at one. But listen, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with Biden, but I can see why he would make that statement. Like George Floyd's impact, his death was super impactful. Now, long term, I'm sure Martin will keep going. Martin's death has stood the test of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, but in this moment right now, in the last couple of years, George Floyd.
It might still get
very
watered
impactful,
down.
yo.
It is, but it still might get watered down because it's still happening, still out of control.
It probably will.
You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King still, how many years? I was doing that I was in a play doing Martin Luther King when I was young. I was Martin Luther King.
I got to read the statement. Shut up, man.
I was.
You think George Floyd's death is more impactful
Let me read this statement.
Let
me get this statement.
Yo,
what's the exact statement?
Martin Luther King got streets named after him, bro.
He does.
I don't think George Floyd's going to get streets like Martin.
He has already.
No, I want to see the
but
statement.
George don't got
made.
one in every black neighborhood in America.
Every street. And you know what? That's
Not yet.
crazy.
He already got statues and stuff.
He
Right.
do?
You know? Who?
It is a George Floyd act.
Are we going to get a day off of school? We got a day off of school because Martin Luther King.
Jobs.
I don't agree. I got to see the
Martin Luther
exact
King got a statue in D.C.
Yeah.
Where the statues are at. What is that called? Statue Park.
I'm with you. I don't like, let me see, what was the headline? I don't like these this way because it's time tells all. You know what I'm saying? It's too early to make a statement like that.
Yeah.
He'll never catch him then. He'll never catch him.
No, that's Michael. That's a different article. I just want to know what
you know what's interesting is like
King's speech.
Time tells all, but at the same time, it's like the people who curate history really tell all. Because I was talking, you know what I'm saying? Like that's really
right,
what history is. What we decide it is. Like, and that shit scared me a little. Hold on, Taylor. Don't show. If we're talking, then just get distracted. If whatever we decide history is, that's what it becomes, right? And that just scared me because I was talking to some people yesterday from England, and I was like, yo, what do they teach y'all in school? Like, do they teach you about the fact that you guys colonized the world? Like, anywhere y'all go, people speak English. Like, what is... And they're like, nah, not really. And I was like, so they didn't teach you that you fell off? And they're like, nah. And I'm like, so do you think you run shit still? Right? Like, and then I start getting scared. I'm like, wait a minute. Does China run shit now? And we just teach us that we run shit?
No, they do.
So, and then I kind of got comfy. I was like, so we never going to know we fell off.
Bro, did you see the Beijing Olympic team, Winter Olympic team coming off the bus?
Nah.
The black athletes? Man, there's a group of Chinese people. Y'all got to pull
Oh, yeah, yelling at them.
I have not.
They beat a race.
Listen,
they ran.
If there was an Olympics for the N-word,
That
Perfect score.
Yeah. Now you could pronounce your R's.
Bro, yes, I have
Right?
never.
Right? Couldn't do that shit before, but now perfect R when it's at the end of the N-word.
I have not seen execution of the N-word like that in a long time. I'm like, yo, these guys have been watching MAGA rallies or something. Like, and I'm from the South and live in America. Those were some really good N-words that they was letting fly.
Well, it was for the Beijing Olympics?
Which I didn't even know happened. I didn't know I didn't know they had the Olympics in January.
Where's Beijing?
Nah, that can't
Winter
be.
Olympics.
The Winter Olympics are going on right now?
Yeah.
There's no way. Currently, the Winter Olympics are happening.
I think it might be
Look,
finished.
we still need the Joe Biden.
Did we
Beijing
boycott
at?
it or something like that?
It's still there?
Let me see.
They did the skiing and everything and the bobsledding?
Bro, I don't know
Yeah,
what
that's
sport
what
it
it
is.
is.
I just saw it this morning.
Jamaican bobsleds.
It said, okay, this is what Biden said. Even Dr. King's assassination did not have the worldwide impact that George Floyd's death did.
Different time.
It's just like television changed the civil rights movement for the better when they saw Bull Connor and his dogs ripping the clothes off of elderly black women going to church and fire hoses ripping the skin off young kids. This is the line that matters. Even Dr. King's assassination did not have the worldwide impact that George Floyd's death did.
Okay, fair, but that's a function of the internet, not a function of the impact of the
And
human.
we've seen it happen.
And that's why you don't
There
even
you
say
go.
that, because you know it could be misconstrued. It's not necessary.
Yeah.
But back to this shit in Beijing. So the
Pull it up.
Olympians are
You
there.
gotta hear. Have you
I heard it.
You didn't hear it here.
Yeah.
Bro, we had a party with it yesterday.
This guy.
So crazy.
Now, but
Boy.
the Winter Olympics start February.
Yeah, that's it. How do we turn it up? Alex? Listen to the execution of these
But
N-words.
Listen to the
And
track.
please add to the track.
Where's
Listen.
Beijing at?
Listen,
China.
Beijing is the shit people put on their hair, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
Hold on,
he got
go back there. Listen. Y'all gotta add this in post. Listen.
Oh, you talking about the Jamaican bobsled team?
That one right there.
What was that song by Trinidad James?
No, Trinidad ain't executed that well. That right there, that sounded like Premier was scratching it.
Wow.
I'm serious. Like, they watched something.
That's Trinidad James, bro. Trinidad James was in Asian face. And he's just standing at those.
Don't believe me, just watch.
But I thought, so in the NBA, I know they don't do that to the NBA players when they go over there, bro. You think so?
I don't know. I don't know what that is. And then also, they could not have been saying that. And then that's just something that, like, the American government put over it. So we hate China because we're about to go to war with China. And it's easy to make Asians look racist because you assume they're racist.
And you got to understand.
America don't want that problem right now.
Negro
China?
is a color, right?
Leave that alone.
I want all the smoke bombs.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Nah, you don't want
No, you
one.
don't. No, you don't.
Nah.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
You got mad energy,
America
bro.
cannot handle that right now.
What are you talking about?
Nah.
We got
Come on,
COVID
bro.
and shit.
You don't
Got
want to go
COVID.
nuke for nuke right now. Now's not the time.
We could go nuke for nuke.
Yeah, and that'll be it. Where you gonna do your last show at?
Say what?
Where you gonna do your last show at?
Beijing.
Right where it came from.
Cracker!
Man, that is so stupid, man. But no, we don't want that smoke.
Yo,
right
do you
now.
think it's possible that they're not culturally aware of how awful that word is?
That's a lie? Because if you watch
Okay.
that video, one of them goes, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yes, they let her get the fuck
I
out
didn't
of
know.
here.
I didn't know our language though.
Oh God, can we talk?
That's a good point. We
What
don't
do
know
you
their
mean,
language.
Well, I don't know what the fuck they saying when
The
they
internet.
say some shit.
Say
I don't
what?
know. How about the internet?
But we don't know about their language. That's
They
true.
can say something else.
We
They-
could speak if they would just let us
What?
get the accent off. Because you can't really speak the language
Yeah.
without the accent.
But you know
Am I
what?
lying?
What,
Yeah.
What don't they have like Negro or something
Yeah.
like that?
I don't know anybody that can speak Chinese.
I can speak Chinese.
I can do it a little bit.
You lay no more.
I
What
do
is
it a
You lay
little
no
bit.
more.
What's that mean?
It's a curse word.
Oh, Chris,
Yeah.
I know one.
can you speak Chinese?
6C.
Child. What the fuck they saying? It's,
Chris isn't
Chris isn't available right now.
Chow Bing. It's Chow Bing.
That's your brother's name, by the way.
No, it's remember he was on Rush Hour and
Yeah.
he was talking to the guy.
Yeah.
That wasn't real Chinese.
You sure?
You lay
I'm
no more.
positive.
Yeah.
I'm positive. Listen, speaking of history, people revising history. Dwayne Wade said that the next generations are going to forget Michael Jordan, like the same way they did Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I highly disagree for the same reason that I agree.
Man.
No, let me say this. I highly disagree, but I agree for the same reason I can understand why Joe Biden made the statement he made about George Floyd. The internet absolutely positively keeps the legacy of somebody like Michael Jordan alive. His sneakers absolutely positively keeps the legacy
His
like
sneakers
Michael
is
Jordan
an I
alive.
am to get a dream speech, though.
The Last Dance keeps the legacy alive. And more importantly, Michael Jordan is the bar, baby.
If he ain't had them
When
sneakers,
you're
they
the
forget
bar,
about him.
people... No, that's not true.
I'm telling you.
He's the bar, Wax.
If he didn't have no sneakers like
That's not
Martin
true.
Luther King
Okay,
didn't have
that's
that
not
speech.
true.
So
That's not
all
true. He's the
That
bar.
speech is his sneakers,
No,
bro.
I think he's making a good point. It's like those sneakers are a statue.
Yes.
It's like every single day when we see the statues of the founding fathers and shit, you see the
Rocky
people on the money. You're gonna remember, oh shit, George Washington on the dollar bill. He must
Yes.
have done
I would
some
never even
important
know who
shit.
he was.
Exactly. So it's like having those things constantly in culture is gonna remind us how great that person was. But I completely agree with you. Is once you lose the greatness in terms of actually seeing it, he becomes a little bit less important. You just start going, oh, I guess this guy did some dope shit because I love his sneakers, so he must be dope.
Mhm.
But the way that a new player is going to impact somebody is going to be far different than a player they never saw play.
Michael,
Exactly.
I agree, but Michael Jordan will never be replaced until he's not the bar anymore.
I agree with that.
He's literally the bar. Everybody that comes in the
Get rid
league
of those
now,
sneakers.
LeBron James is the new is the
Let me
new
throw
Michael
this at
Jordan.
you. Let me throw this at you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What happens when, and this is where I think it potentially goes away, when our generation, the last generation that actually saw Michael play in his prime, when we die, he will be potentially replaced.
I doubt it because
Nah, them
you
sneakers
got
still
guys
going.
like DDG, right? DDG's 20 something,
Mm-hmm.
popping on the YouTube. He literally just said, when we going to admit Steph Curry's better than
I'm about to
Michael
say.
Jordan?
That's what
Steph
I'm.
Curry.
That's
So he skipped
that's one.
Bron,
because he didn't.
he skipped
He didn't see
Kobe.
him play. That's what I'm saying. He
But
didn't see
Michael's
him play.
still the bar is what I'm saying. DDG didn't say better than Kobe, better than Bron. He said better than Michael Jordan.
Right. He knows that that's what the bar is.
Yes.
But we're keeping that bar alive because we're the one telling these youngins that they're
Once we
crazy.
go, it's over.
But once we go,
Yeah.
they can't even make the argument because they never saw him play. How they gonna say he's the greatest ever if they never saw him? It's like, I know Sugar Ray Robinson is the greatest boxer ever, but I don't because I never saw him. My dad will say yes.
Uh-huh.
I know Bill Russell is the greatest basketball player that's ever played, but I don't because I don't know. I only know that from my dad.
Listen, it's all none of us were alive when Martin Luther King Jr. was here. But every
When he
single one of
died.
us
We
pushed
don't
back.
have another one.
Every single one of us pushed back on the George Floyd having more impact because we understand the legacy of a Martin Luther King Jr.
If George Floyd gets me a day off, if George Floyd gets me a day off, he gets some
Word.
streets and different.
Yeah,
Every
yeah,
single black neighborhood
yeah.
got a Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
It's
Literally.
gonna be tough though. 'Cause
What?
what you said earlier, he ain't legislation, bro. Martin Luther King Jr. got legislation passed. You know?
How come
Legislation
Malcolm X doesn't
passed.
have a day?
Who?
Malcolm X.
He does have a day. I just
But we
don't think it's a federal
how come we
holiday.
don't- How
His
come?
birthday.
how
I think we
not?
celebrate his birthday.
Malcolm was never mainstream.
He wasn't working with the gov, bro. The government
Yeah.
dictates the
No,
holidays.
I think a lot of it he just ties in with Black Panther. That's why they don't want to make it. You
You said
see how-
what?
I feel like they tie him in with Black Panther too much. Not Black Panther. Did I say Black Panther? I'm sorry. With the Panthers. My bad.
It's brilliant. It is. It's okay.
My
I love
bad.
it.
You know
It's
what I'm trying to
brilliant.
say.
It is.
You know what I'm trying to say.
No, I don't.
No, anyway.
No.
I was like, what did Malcolm and Chadwick Boseman have to do with each other? God bless the dead. Like, well, I
What?
get it.
What are you
With
talking
the
about?
Panthers, I feel like they tie him in a lot.
Yeah, he was known as more of a rebel, but
So
I mean,
that's why
to,
he's never going to be, I feel
to
like.
Schultz's point though, like it's like, yo, Martin Luther King Jr. was in with the government. He got legislation changed, like, and he got assassinated. Like, I mean, Malcolm got assassinated too, but Martin was mainstream. Like, I don't know any other way to say it. Like, Martin was mainstream. Martin got actual legislation changed. You know what I mean? He got legislation pushed through.
Yeah.
A couple times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's a
Behind the
difference.
screen.
But I don't think the legacy of Michael Jordan's going nowhere. Number
For
one,
a
They
while.
all died.
I don't see it because of the
Niggas still
sneakers
pumping.
and because he's the bar. When you're the bar, when you're the person that everybody always compares someone to, you don't go
But
nowhere.
it used to be
Yeah.
Kareem, and Kareem got gone. Is what he said.
But Kareem never had sneakers. Kareem never
That's
had
what
something
I'm
to continue the
saying.
legacy.
Yes.
And also Kareem's game
He ain't got
wasn't
to
as
give
coveted.
Kareem's
Like
That's right.
the reason why Steph, and I don't think Steph will replace Jordan, but like Steph's game is transformative in the same way that Michael's game was
Yeah,
transformative.
we didn't even say Kobe. Like, how the fuck y'all get rid of
Well,
Kobe?
Kobe
that
was too
fast?
close to Mike, right, in terms of his game, right? But Steph's game is uniquely different in the same way, like, and maybe we'll forget about him because he doesn't have rings, but like, I remember when Iverson came into the league, like
Absolutely.
the game
Same shit.
changed.
Absolutely.
In the same way that happened with Steph. Like when Iverson came in the league, we were all trying to break ankles, cross everybody the fuck up,
Shaq.
going at the rack. It didn't matter how big somebody was. And then when Steph came in, everybody was shooting threes, even the big dudes.
Yep.
That's right.
So it's like if you can transform your art, then you're going to have a lasting impact. Who knows if you're going to be the bar, but people won't forget about you.
And when you got historians around that can always talk about the situation. Plus, we keep forgetting Michael Jordan never lost in the NBA Finals.
Oof.
So in order for you to even really have a real debate, somebody's going to have to beat that record.
Fam.
All that stuff you do in the regular season, cool. You might even score more points, cool. But did you dominate?
And it was
Did
really
you
ballers
dominate
back
an
in the
era?
day too. It was really,
Yes.
it was ballers. You see Sean Kemp and them, these guys out there was monsters.
Michael
bro.
Jordan made
Bird
people
and-
forget people. Like there's
These
people,
guys is
there's people
monsters
from that
out there,
era that
bro.
were great. And Michael Jordan made you
Delete.
forget.
Yeah.
You know? I was having this conversation about Tom Brady. The reason Brady is the GOAT, well, we know that already, but it's also because not only has he been consistent and had crazy longevity, he still wins now. So every time you win now, your whole history gets told.
Yeah.
That's why I say sometimes LeBron got to be careful. LeBron got to be careful. Because even right now, they're already shifting the narrative, even though I said this a couple of years ago. The narrative is
Steph Curry.
shifting. Steph is the guy.
Yeah, he likes.
And when you look at it, Steph transformed the game more than any NBA player
That's true.
of the last 15 years.
Nobody was trying to play like LeBron.
Nobody was
Yeah.
trying to play like LeBron.
Because-
LeBron was getting compared to Magic,
Yeah.
Michael. We're not comparing Steph to nobody.
Yeah. Steph is
Steph is
Steph.
Steph.
Steph is the first Steph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And guess what else? Steph beat LeBron in NBA Finals, what, 3 times?
Ray Allen's though, you're not giving him
3
Ray
times?
Allen.
No.
Yeah.
Ray Allen is not in the discussion.
Steph, he just come on. Ray Allen was a man with threes. Reggie
No.
Miller. All right, man. Y'all
What's
must
wrong
ain't
with you,
see
man?
it.
No.
We saw it.
That's what I'm
And that's
saying.
what we telling you.
In their
It's-
days, they
It's
was
not
the
even.
man.
Yo, Ray Allen and Reggie will tell you it's not even close. When Steph broke that record at the Garden
He
this
did,
year,
this
guess who
year.
was standing on his left and his right?
Reggie.
Ray
and
Allen and Reggie Miller, giving
Yeah.
it up.
Gotta give it to him.
Okay,
You gotta give it to him.
That's right.
giving it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, Steph, and he beat LeBron in NBA Finals
Multiple times.
like 3 times, right?
Yeah, we're not going to forget about that.
We're not going to forget about
Yeah,
that.
that's
And,
right.
and guess what? When Steph wins again, because he's going to win another one. When he wins again,
Cement.
you're going to see his whole history. They're going to be laying it out. And you're going to be like, man, Steph has been the best.
And LeBron don't like he gonna win this one.
Steph just ain't got no sneakers that slap.
Yo, he
Yeah.
really don't. His sneakers been trash. And that's important, dude.
It
You
is.
need that.
It
That's
is.
your
It is.
statue.
It
As a
is.
best. Like,
It
we're
is.
going to remember Penny for longer than we should simply because of the sneakers.
You're right.
We probably
Grant
remember
Hill.
shit. Grant Hill, man. That's so true.
Them Grand
Yeah.
Hills, we still talk about them Grand Hill field eyes. No,
Yep.
you're right.
Dude, and
Yeah.
even like
Pat Leathers.
Even the
Kyrie-
Shaqs.
Nah, with Shaq, we could forget though. Shaq, we could forget the Shaqs.
But
We
Shaq
can
is
forget-
still Shaq though.
Yo, can I say something about Shaq that's so interesting? It's like his personality
The greatest.
is just so fantastic
Greatest.
Mhm.
that he's been able to like maintain relevance. Like now, all his like local philanthropy that he does, like just being in a grocery store, seeing a single mom, and then just buying all her groceries,
great.
and buying a kid sneakers, all that kind of shit.
EDM
Like,
concerts,
He
DJ.
got Shaq Towers in Newark.
Yeah.
oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
Shaq the man.
Luxury tower complex in Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah,
Shaq
the
is
man,
Shaq
bro.
really is the man. All the
Jersey.
Krispy Kremes he owns, like
Good guy.
Shaq really is that guy. Like
Really
Shaq is that guy. Like I be looking at Shaq like, yo, that's not only is it a future
Him and
billionaire.
Magic.
Who?
Him and Magic.
Him and Magic. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, for real. When you look at entrepreneurship, you got to look at Shaq and Magic first. Like Shaq figured it out in a real way that he don't really get enough credit for. And I don't know why that is.
He's big
Because
as
it's all
hell.
out there. Like, you know that he franchises the Krispy Kremes and stuff. You know he got his real estate in Newark. Like, he got a lot of stuff going on. He owns like the likenesses. He invested in this company that owns the likenesses to like Muhammad Ali and Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
People like that make
Yeah,
it look
yeah,
easy. That's why people don't even respect it. It's like they make it look easy. That's Shaq. He's supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of some other guy on the street who made that happen. They
Wonder
give
how it
him
feels
more praise.
to be that rich that long.
That long, man.
Yeah, how do you
Rich
like
alone.
center yourself, man? That's
Dude, you don't have to center yourself. The world revolves around
And
me.
he's still working.
But that's
like
when
it
you start to
doesn't.
get weird. Like, people start to get weird when the world revolves around them.
Yeah.
And where every person in their life is serving them in some way. I live with these motherfuckers in my building. Like, any inconvenience that they experience is an attack. Because they're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, they literally, you probably see this in the neighborhood, like, someone's car is parked where it shouldn't be, and the wife runs out. Whose fucking car is this? What's going on? It's like, shorty, you've been inconvenienced.
You've been inconvenienced.
You just don't have anybody in your life that inconveniences you because everybody serves you. So you think it's an attack on you. Life is filled with inconvenience. How do these people who have so much wealth and maintain that sense of self where they're like, yeah, sometimes shit doesn't go right, and that's okay.
I know. I think I know it with Shaq. I think number one, because he, those first years, some of his first years of his life, he was poor, right? You know what I mean?
So you
but
never
also,
forget that.
you never forget that. If you really been in the trenches, you don't forget that. And then also, I think that's why he's such a public servant. I think being a public servant keeps you grounded. Because you're always thinking about somebody other than yourself.
You know
what I mean? You're here to serve the needs of the public. Like like you said it yourself. You was like, these people have been inconvenienced because they're so used to people serving them all the time. But when your mindset is, hey, I'm a public servant. I'm here to serve the needs of the public. How can I make somebody else's life better? You're kind of always on the lookout for that. So it gives you a sense of empathy that you that a lot of those other people probably don't have.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, I could go like that with JetBlue. Like, they don't help me get my way. I'd be like, come on, like, how y'all doing me like this? So I feel a little bit, but I feel inconvenienced.
Yeah, we all feel annoyed when we get inconvenienced, but we don't look at it as a personal attack. Like, you're doing this to me. Like, somebody wants to hurt me. It's just sometimes things don't go the way that they're supposed to go.
Yeah.
But that is interesting. Like, serving the public in some way, or even like religion, like low key, I find that like celebs that have maintained some belief in God are way more humble, bro.
Respect,
than the ones who like hate God or like have become complete atheists. Like, it's easy to get caught into this thing where like you have your own God complex. The world revolves around me. Like nobody else could possibly help me. Like, you see guys like, I don't know, man, like Denzel seems like the same guy, and I don't know him personally. I just see him in interviews on the red carpet, but like, this is a God-fearing dude.
He talks to a lot of kids.
He talks about it a lot, but also got like good advice about the world and like good advice about humility and
seems very grounded.
Man.
He's very grounded. I love that.
That's reality.
To me, that's all I want. Like, I just want to be grounded. Like, I want to be a family man and like, continue to grow spiritually. You know what I mean? And just be a public servant. Like, because this shit is not complicated. Like, we complicate this shit. Like, the people you're talking about that get inconvenienced, they run out and freak out over things. That's how I be in this entertainment business. I'm like, what are y'all tripping over? Like, we do little radio and podcast and TV. Like, I used to work at Taco fucking Bell. Like, relax.
You don't want to know what I used to do.
You know what I mean? And by the way, the worst thing is when you shit on those people who make your life better. Those public servants the public servants you should be in just your everyday life. Why are you mad at the garbage, man? Why are you mad at the person fixing your coffee? Why are you mad at the JetBlue flight attendant? She ain't flying the plane. It's not her fault the plane
They
is
got
late.
attitude, though. They got attitude. Sometimes flight attendants got attitude.
They got to deal with a bunch of assholes.
Hear what you just said?
They
Think
got
about all the energy they got to deal with all day long.
That's your job. You chose that job.
That's true.
I hear you.
But that same energy.
They're still human.
You know what I mean?
They're still human. The fact that you don't project it all the time, the fact that you got to deal with that many dickheads and not go
How
crazy.
many dickheads y'all got to deal with? They sitting down.
A lot. No, I've seen
Give them their
lot
little
of
fucking
dickheads.
chips. Give them their little soda.
I've
and
seen
then
flight
that's
attendants get done dirty.
Say what?
I've seen flight attendants get
bro.
done dirty.
How dirty can you do
Because you
them?
already feel privileged that you're flying, period. So now you got some little chip on your shoulder. I watch them.
Bruh.
There's a lot of pieces of shit that fly with them.
No, it is.
If anybody's rude to someone in like a service position, I'm very defensive of them.
Me
like
too.
if
I
you
don't play
rude
that
to
shit.
if you're rude to a flight attendant, you rude to a waiter, any of that kind of shit. I'm very defensive. I take their side and I will defend them. That being said, there's some motherfucking flight attendants that got an attitude immediately. Bro.
Respect.
And
No,
it's
I'm
like,
with you.
cut that shit the fuck out, yo.
What about TSA?
Say what?
Even worse.
Not TSA.
They took my fucking gloves this week.
Worst one I ever.
So
they
TSA's trying to save us, bro.
They did, but why they take my gloves?
Because you could kill us.
That's right.
Yeah. Why you need gloves to fly?
I don't feel sorry for you. You keep going through TSA with them tight ass pants.
No,
Yeah.
man.
What you doing, yo?
Leave me alone.
You going there for the
gotta listen
fondle,
to this
bro.
shit, yep.
You going there for the fondle, bro. You
I
are.
don't.
Yes, you are.
These pants
Yes,
are
you
that
are.
tight.
Why you always go in the back
plane.
room? Whenever they say, yo, you
I ain't go. I never
like,
went in the back.
Liar.
Yo,
Never
they
went
got
in
your
the
gloves, bro.
They
That's
took
a
my fucking
souvenir,
gloves.
dog.
That means somebody
Getting
really likes
waxes
them. They like
gloves.
smelling them shit right now.
They probably jerking off with your gloves on. Yeah.
Yo, because it went through and I said, yo, where my gloves? They're like, we no gloves. I'm like, bruh, it's no way somebody looking at the thing, whatever. And I'm about to be late for a flight because I always go a little bit less than an hour so I can keep on going.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker, like, nobody could find my gloves. I just like, yo, y'all got it. Whoever got it, y'all caught that. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I was in Atlanta with no
jack off
gloves.
with your gloves on.
Why you gotta think the worst? What if it went down the thing and got shredded?
Somebody likes you, bro.
You were in Atlanta with no gloves.
In Atlanta with no gloves, bro.
Dude.
That's wild. It's dangerous out there, bro.
You gonna do it or I'm gonna do it?
What are you talking about?
You gonna make the
Next.
joke? Or should we just let the audience make
So
it?
you just went raw, bro?
In Atlanta?
I'm a fiance.
You can make it if Magic made it.
Nope. I'm a fiance. I don't do none of that type of stuff.
Come on, Al.
Listen,
Come on, Al.
speaking of God, right?
Yeah.
Pastor Michael Todd.
Out of control.
Can you explain this?
I didn't watch the video because as soon as I saw the headline and it was like Pastor Michael Todd spits on churchgoer, even though the churchgoer was his brother. Immediately, I was like, okay, this is somebody who was trying to illustrate that scripture in the Bible where Jesus spit in the blind man's eye and made him see. I've heard the sermon before, so I just was not interested. I got interested when I heard the audio on the radio. This wasn't no ordinary spit, bro.
Can he?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You can't pull it up, Alex?
Multiple times,
God,
bro.
No, it was a loogie, bro. Like sound effect worthy. like put this in the goddamn.
For you to even think that it's okay to put bodily fluids on another man.
Where does he spit it though? In his hands?
He spit it in his hand and then rubbed it on his face.
Yo, I almost gagged just right now thinking about that.
So somebody do that too. What you doing? You jabbing?
Say what?
You jabbing them?
Yeah, I gotta fight you, dude. Well, depending on their size.
The point of the sermon was he was saying that, you know, sometimes your blessings are gonna come through messy means. He's like, your blessings are gonna come through the like nasty means. Like you may not always recognize the way your blessings come.
I hear that.
Mm.
I hear that.
I propose a discussion.
What I'm telling you, it's just as he's physically standing here,
Yeah, I ain't watching that.
knowing what's coming. God's saying, can you
the Bible,
physically
right?
Yeah.
and spiritually
No.
and
He
emotionally?
says, what, you know, they always say, what would Jesus do? They say God created man in his image according to his likeness. He's a pastor,
Mhm.
right? So he's trying to, you know, teach like the master teacher, right? So he spits on this guy because that's what he got from the Bible. So everybody's outraged and, you know, they're mad at him and they doing their cancel thing online. So there's a lot of things in the Bible that would get you canceled in 2022.
Like what?
What do you mean? The Bible's misogynistic. The Bible's sexist. The Bible justifies slavery. The Bible is intolerant of homosexuality. Right?
I mean,
Cutting your baby in half?
huh?
Cutting your baby in half.
Can't cut your baby in
Killing
half
your
no
brother.
more.
Going to
Killing
murder your brother.
But
Word
you
up.
can't do that type of stuff. You don't.
Sodom
wanna
and
do that
Gomorrah, you can't do that.
That's it. That's intolerance of homosexuality.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
in the Bible. You was just getting all Sodom and Gomorrah.
I'm just saying. I mean, if you don't want to do that type of stuff, you believe in that, you don't have to do it.
So should you cancel the Bible?
Should you cancel the Bible? If you're not willing to take some spit on your face,
Come on.
Nah, but
Would you punch Jesus in the face?
listen. If Jesus do something to make me, because he made me, so if
Yeah.
he do something
Well,
that
God
he know
made you.
he did, so
he
gonna
also
make
made
sure,
lotion, bro.
See,
God damn, bro. I'm having trouble
sure you don't need
breathing
no
over
spit?
there,
You
dude.
sure you don't want me to spit in your hand?
Jesus, dog, you need some saliva bad.
Listen, but God
That's why
know
you need the
exactly what
gloves.
he
Yeah,
made.
yes, bro.
He not gonna do it. Unless God want me to go to jail or something like that. He like, I need you to talk to somebody in jail. God might let somebody spit on my face so I can beat them up so I can go to jail. and
What if
talk
it's
to who he need
Jesus?
to. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna let
What
it.
if
I'm gonna let
Jesus
it go.
himself
Spit on you. Spit in your
on
eye.
you and then rubbed it on your face?
I might be going through something that he can see that I don't know, and I will let Jesus do that because I know that's what.
How do you
Jesus
know it's
do.
Jesus though?
Yeah, you assume homeless people are Jesus.
That's right. What if a homeless guy walked up to you right now, spits in your face, and says, "I'm Jesus. I need you to see." What would you do in that moment, yo?
Greg fucked that up.
What you
Greg fucked that up that day. If he didn't do that day, you only get one get out of jail free
All
card.
jokes aside, don't think about that though. What if in that moment he was possessed by the Holy Spirit? Because you showed a lot of patience with him.
Listen,
You didn't go crazy.
God,
You know what I mean?
bless. Listen, I just know that if God, wherever I end up at, because every morning
I'm
I
seeing
tell
stars
God,
right now, bro. I'm legit seeing stars right now. I opened my eyes and I was seeing stars. God, man.
listen, God is in control. Every day I ask God when I get on my knees before I go to the bathroom is like, take over my eyes and my heart and everything today is all of your glory. So whatever happens, if I end up in jail that day, as long as I'm not dead, I'm okay.
Nah, you can't give God all that credit because you might have just made a poor
Come
choice.
on.
You might have did something that caused you to go to jail.
If somebody spit on me,
Jesus.
Yeah.
he wanted me to go to jail.
This is what I'm saying about the Bible. The Bible has a lot of outdated concepts, bro. The Bible has a lot of outdated concepts that, number one, you probably literally shouldn't do. And number two, just simply don't fly anymore in 2022.
It's all about your journey.
We need the LeBron James version of the Bible, bro. Update it.
Nah. It's all about that word. That word got something with it. You can't.
Okay,
do that.
why did he spit? What was in the spit that helped the guy's eyes?
No, it's Jesus. That's why it's a miracle. By the way,
He bugging.
if Pastor Todd would have spit on that dude and like the dude grew an afro or something right then on the spot,
That'd be fire.
Okay,
we
spit
wouldn't even
on
be
me.
talking about it. He'd be
Spit
like,
on
whoa.
me. We need some spit too.
Okay.
No.
One day in Atlanta, baby.
No, but you
One
know-
day in Atlanta,
Have you seen-
and you want Michael Todd to spit on you, baby. That's
I
what
wasn't
I'm
even there
talking
for a whole
about.
day.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Imagine you stay a full 24 hours. 12 hours there, now you want a man to spit on you?
No,
down
I'm just
for
saying
it.
if the afro grew, then all right, let me see what you got.
All I'm simply saying is there's a lot of outdated concepts in the Bible. And nobody wants to have that discussion because nobody wants to have the conversation about, well, maybe, just maybe, this man-made piece of literature, maybe we don't need it.
Whoa,
You
whoa.
bugging. What are you
I
talking
think
I got
about?
God. We got
You know
God.
how-
I
you
know,
know how
but I
un-
think we need it because we've chosen to have it for this long.
And
But we don't.
guidance.
But it's we don't follow it.
Who?
No, we do. It's
No, we don't.
What are you
Stop lying.
talking-
Why y'all lying?
That's
to
my
yourself?
whole GPS system. That's my guidance.
Yeah.
Without that, I would
You've
really
been
be out here fucking people up.
You've been fucking without being married for years.
Why do you think God gave us? He
You
gave
eat
us
pork.
Not
You've
no more.
cheated.
before.
You've stolen.
We had to grow.
You've lied.
You don't think I can grow? I
Okay?
grow, and God gave me that word so I can
And
grow.
he
I got
did all
something to
that
get off.
knowing he shouldn't. Imagine there was no book that told
And I
him that
would
he
say
should.
Even with
like that.
He'd
even
still be
with
doing it now.
even with a book. Think about all these religious folks that judged Michael Todd this week.
Uh-huh.
Christians aren't supposed to judge. They immediately forget
We
counseling.
are always
Yeah.
going to
Aren't-
fall short. We always
It's
going to
a
fall
lot
short.
of falling
That's
short,
why.
bro.
That's why he give us forgiveness over times 10.
Which is
why-
also the BS.
Why do Christians got to be perfect if the whole point of God is you're not perfect? He is.
No, that's my point. They're not supposed to be perfect, but they act perfect, and then
We
try to
don't
forgive.
care
they,
about them-
they try to
them other
forgive. They
guys,
try to
them
forgive
church
themselves
folk.
for their sins,
Yeah.
and then they judge everybody else. Like literally, people immediately went to judgment on Michael
Charlamagne.
Todd. Other church people, where is the counseling?
Charlamagne.
I think that's
They're
a really
all
interesting
sick.
point, which is acknowledging there's certain things in the Bible that we shouldn't replicate today,
Yes.
right?
It's testimonies. Chill out.
Yeah, it's more just like what is the emotional and spiritual message behind it. That's why I need to understand the spit thing. Like, what did the spit serve? You know, like what was
the
this?
guy after he put the spit in his eye, he became not blind no more.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So he's trying to say if God could work those miracles, he's through us. I'm gonna put spit on him, and I guess his hair gonna grow or whatever. That hair didn't grow, so right now he just put spit on him for no reason. That's outrage.
Yeah, but the Bible doesn't say it's going to help your hair grow. Keeps
No.
does. Go check out Keeps. Use promo code idiots.
Is that really a
No, no.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, I want to read some of this misogynistic stuff in the Bible because I actually think it's. I think it's very good.
Man. You gotta understand when you saying these church folks outraging
Bro,
stuff.
you can't
that's
read
their problem.
Jesus' old tweets, bro.
That's my
Because
point.
everybody gets canceled for their old tweets.
That's my point. So the
Yeah.
Bible is an outdated thing.
Okay,
we all,
read it. Read it.
Hold on, let me see.
I don't think so. I think all these people that got outraged, that's why they go to church and that's why they praising the Lord because they know they fucked up. The people that judge, you going to church because you know you a judger. You know that you this. You know the church is a hospital. I keep telling y'all.
What
You know
does
what
that
I'm
mean?
saying?
Church
So,
is a hospital.
Church is a hospital.
That's where you go to heal.
That's where you go heal. That's when you know that you're a whoremonger. That's when you know you're a thief. That's when you know you're a liar. You go to church to get healed and to be a better person.
Whoremonger.
So these people that sit there and sitting there is
that should be
judging
the
this
new
man,
villain in Black Panther.
that's what the fuck they supposed to be doing.
Yo, whoremonger.
Whoremonger.
Okay, listen.
That gotta
I
be
used to
Black
be
Panther
one.
too.
Now listen,
Bro.
this is
Whoremonger.
This is 1
Yeah.
Timothy 2, 8
What
through
it say?
15. I also want the women to dress modestly with decency and propriety,
Okay.
adorning themselves, not with elaborate hairstyles
Okay.
or gold or pearls
Don't
or
be
expensive
worldly.
clothes,
Come on.
but with good deeds, appropriate
Amen.
for women who profess to worship God. A woman should learn in quietness, in full submission.
Amen.
I do not permit a woman to teach or to assume authority over a man. She must be quiet. For Adam was formed first, then Eve. And Adam was not the one deceived. It was the woman who was deceived and became a sinner. But women will be saved through childbearing if they continue in faith, love, and holiness with propriety.
That's why they ain't got to do all that, because they have childbearing. That's why they have periods and stuff like that. You want me to break it down to you? I got you.
What are you talking
You know
about?
what I'm saying?
He said a woman will be saved through childbearing. So basically what they're saying is if a woman hasn't given birth, then they're not worthy of being saved? What are you saying?
I mean, they probably, if you know that a woman right now is pregnant, we'll do everything we can do for that woman if she's pregnant.
Women will be saved through childbearing. What about the women who haven't had kids, Wax? What about
They
the
can
women who
run.
can't have kids?
They can run. They don't need us to help them up the stairs. They don't need certain things. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Like, what are you talking about? Are you helping?
see how silly
Are
that
you
sounds?
helping?
You see how
pregnant
silly
woman?
that sounds?
No, I'm just saying. Who you helping
You
first?
see how silly that sounds?
Who you helping first, Show?
That
See how
was
silly
fire.
that sounds?
Nah, that was
Who
fire.
you helping first,
See how
Show?
silly that
That
sounds?
was fire.
Wow.
Bro.
You're basically saying that a woman.
That was great.
But that's why.
This
That's why we
this
give
scripture is
women
saying
everything.
women that can't have children are less
No,
than
no,
and not
I don't.
worthy of
That's not
saving.
saying that. That's what you got from it. But I'm telling you
And
that.
don't you tell me. Let's talk about that. Why every time we talk about the Bible, somebody says, "No, you're misinterpreting it wrong." Maybe they should have wrote it better.
What you mean?
Maybe they should have wrote it clear and
No.
concise.
Wait a minute.
Why do
When
we
you
always
read it,
gotta? Why?
I'm telling you, when you read it, you
They
read
didn't
it
read
over
it.
and over
They didn't
again.
write it in English. Maybe in the original language, it was very clear and concise. And maybe the translation.
Maybe.
has
No,
made it
maybe.
muddy.
You're right. No, you're
A
right.
lot
You're
of
right.
things,
You're right.
a lot of
You're
things
right.
in the Bible, when you read it, if you can't relate to it, you're gonna look at it in a broad thing. But if you know something about that, if you live that, it's gonna be so relatable to you. You know exactly what they're talking about.
Taylor, if a man said to you, "You need to learn in quietness and full submission,"
That
See?
mean
There you
that
go.
mean
Once
that
again,
mean that
we gotta
mean you
ask
let
what a
your-
Bible scripture means.
Hold
Can I
on.
ask a question about that?
Hold on. Me too.
When you in
After you.
school,
Mm-hmm.
do you learn by being loud and disrupting shit all the time?
Thank you,
Or
Shorty.
do you
I'm
learn
going
in
the same way.
quietness
Go
and
ahead.
full
Keep going.
You
submission?
can't be in full submission though.
Why not?
Of course, you in full
What are
submission.
you talking
at
about? You go to
school.
jail.
Sit
you
down,
in full
write your
submission to
notes.
these guards. If
In
you go to
jail,
school-
Wax. Listen what
in
you're
school,
saying.
wait a minute. Your coach.
You
in
proving
any
my
sport-
point. By saying
in
in
any
jail,
sports-
you prove my
Let's
point.
go school. Let's just go
Sport.
school.
Okay.
Full submission.
Not full
Sports.
submission.
Army.
Take a knee.
You're not in full submission in school.
Yes, you are.
No, you're
You need to be.
No, but that's
You
how
need
you
to be
learn.
listening, being
You
disciplined.
learn in full submission.
Yes.
You don't have to be, but if you want to learn, then you submit yourself to what that teacher
Be
got to say.
quiet.
This is fire. Keep
Is this
going.
for the
Keep going.
for
Bible
marriage?
fire.
Is this for marriage?
Yeah, he
What
don't
are you
get
talking
it.
about?
Yeah, the Bible's fire.
I'm biblical.
Listen, the Bible's fire if you're misogynistic. And by
Why
the way,
is that
I'm not tripping. I'm
misogynistic?
just telling you that. You
It
can
is
you can
misogynistic.
interpret these scriptures however you want. I'm just saying that I can see how women would interpret this as
But
misogynistic.
why would
Yes.
they be
You're
mad?
telling
These
a-
men are
you're
supposed to be there to take care of you.
You're telling a woman how to dress.
Yes.
You're telling her how to dress modestly.
Yes.
With decency.
Every man tell their
Yes.
woman that I
You're-
don't want you wearing that.
You're telling her she can't have elaborate hairstyles.
I don't want you wearing that. I don't look good on you.
Don't you always say be natural? Ladies,
You
we
go
like
in the
your
house, the
natural
girl got
But
hair.
braids
that
and
is
green
still, that
and all
is
that. You
still
want to tell you like her
elaborate,
hair?
though.
You're
Let's
telling-
be very
Come on,
clear.
You're telling her she can't have jewelry or expensive clothes.
Yeah, them shits is expensive.
Come on, what are you talking about?
What God don't agree
Buy
with all the
rigs.
things they're saying right
Listen,
now?
buy land.
I do not permit a woman to teach or to assume authority over a man. She must be quiet. Go ahead and contradict yourself.
What do you mean?
Nah, he just,
I do not permit a woman to teach or to assume authority over a man. She must be quiet.
Can I say
What is a
something?
mother supposed to do
Can
with
I
a son
say-
then?
Can I say something?
No,
Can I say
that's
something?
different.
A son, not a man.
I'm sure.
A son's a
I'm sure.
child.
Exactly.
Son,
First
not a
off.
man. A son's a child.
First
Second
off,
of all.
talk to
Second of
him,
all.
Pastor.
Second of all. Second of all. Second of all.
You don't listen to your mom now?
I got to.
You don't listen? No, you shouldn't. The Bible said you should.
What What are you talking
The
about?
Bible says a woman should not be able to teach or to assume authority over a man. You're a man. Stop listening to your mom.
Can I be honest?
You're right.
You always a child to your mom.
Exactly.
That's right.
I'm
You
a
always
mama's
a
child.
child.
That's why
Mom.
it's bullshit.
How?
It's
Where's
interpretation.
the
your wife.
There's
He's
no
talking about for your
nuance here.
wife.
Show me the fine
He's
print.
talking about for your wife.
Show me
man.
where it says other than your mom.
Yo, that last thing,
I'm sure he's
that
talking about
last
his
thing,
mom.
man just threw in. The rest of the stuff was Jesus. But the
threw
last
the other
shit,
one past.
exactly. You know, Jesus
No look.
wrote that whole
Listen,
shit,
she
and it was
must be
like,
quiet.
tell these women shut up too. Yo, tell them shut up as well.
I gotta put that
I'm
in
with
there.
you with all the other
Jesus,
stuff.
for real. Yo,
Yeah.
come on, yo. Come on. She at the house.
Come on,
Talk
yo.
too much,
Hey,
man.
wow, and Mary Magdalene, remember her at dinner? She was yapping nonstop. You know what I'm saying? Don't you want her to be quiet a little bit? Let's just throw it in.
Listen, what if this is freestyle? And what if Jesus was talking
That's
and he's
it.
trying to get these
Nah,
bars
but-
off
but you
and there was some women in the corner that wouldn't hush.
That's
So he
it.
just said it. God said,
Yeah.
she must
listen
be
to God.
quiet.
That's it. She must be quiet,
But you
please.
got to understand, they didn't have Motrin and all this type of stuff when women had back in the day. So when women had their periods back in the day, they probably did talk too much and all this other type of stuff because of the pain that they had.
That's true.
And now they popping
Yo,
Motrin and
He wrote that before Motrin,
ibuprofen.
bro.
Even-
You know
yo,
what I'm
listen,
saying? He wrote
even-
that before
listen,
Motrin, yo.
listen, even-
Nah. Charlamagne, you need to acknowledge this.
She
That
didn't
was
pay
written.
attention.
That was written before Motrin. These
Or
girls just
ibuprofen.
walking around Bethlehem, blood dripping down their thighs and shit.
think they had
That's
pads?
crazy,
Where
bro.
the pads come from?
Come on.
They got to wipe their ass with the tissue. You can't use all that tissue.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You got to think about the time this was written.
Listen,
ain't paying attention.
this one right here is wild.
Yeah, go. Give us the wild one.
Adam was not the one deceived. It was the woman who was deceived.
It
And
was.
Yeah.
Just put all the blame on her.
It was
She's
her.
her.
She
It's
ate
always
the
the woman.
fucking apple.
Chill.
Hold on, if you cheat,
Adam gave his whole rib up
Hold
to
on.
have a girl, and then she sees one little apple and starts eating that shit.
You asked me.
Wasn't even sharing.
You asked me. Adam wasn't thorough. If you
How you
asked
think
me,
girls
if
with a
you
woman?
asked me, Adam wasn't thorough.
You be thorough with a
Because-
woman?
So hold on, you think Carla would listen to a goddamn snake over you? Maybe if you talk to your woman more and let your woman talk instead of telling her to be quiet,
I'll be
she
honest
wouldn't have
with
to
you.
listen to a snake.
I'll be honest with you. I think Adam had a little meat. Because you're supposed to walk up. There's only one snake in this
I was
household.
about to say, the snake might have been the snake might have been his meat.
Oh,
May I listen?
He was talking
now
to
we
it.
interpret it.
Maybe.
You two, what is it? You two addicted to the dick.
Hold on.
That's
Are we
Go,
talking
hold on, hold
about
on.
God?
Go,
Wait
go,
a minute.
go, go.
Is this
So
okay,
the snake
guys?
is Pete Davidson. That big
Is
ass
this
anaconda.
okay?
That big ass anaconda. Talk to Eve. Eve is
the lesson is, ladies, don't be addicted to the dick. The lesson, be addicted to the man. Y'all love dicks so much. Stop loving dicks all the goddamn time and love your man.
And the apple was the balls.
Listen, we putting all of this, for years, we put all this blame on Eve, when the reality is Adam just didn't have her the way he thought he had her. Because why did she feel like she needed to go talk to a snake? Nobody should have been able to get up in Eve's ear and say, yo, don't
What are
listen
you
to
talking
your
about?
man.
Girls
yo,
cheat on their
don't
man all the
listen to your
time because
man.
of dick.
Now, you know what it is? This is what it is. This is when you're married and they need a lot of it, bro. This is them needing too much. This is them needing too much dick.
Yeah, girls got a problem with dick, bro.
Yeah, this is them needing too
You got
much
a problem
dick.
with dick, bro.
That's what it is.
Well,
Yeah.
be prepared to have a snake get into your girl's ear
I'm sure they try.
and tell your girl. What you mean try?
sure they
Oh, you
try.
think you better than Adam?
No, I'm just saying, I'm sure they
You
try to
think
holler
you
at
can
my
do
girl.
something? You think you
I
can do
get it. I know snakes try to holler at my girl all day.
So if somebody hollers at your girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whose fault is that? If you're not doing something at home that you're supposed to be doing, and somebody gets at your girl, so your girl has a weak moment.
If it's my fault, I take it. It's like anything else in life.
Yo,
if it's
Bible
her fault,
study is
she gotta take
dope,
it.
bro.
Brilliant in his Bible study.
Yo, brilliant is Bible
Brilliant in Bible
study.
study slap.
Shit.
What else you
Brilliant
got?
is all
What else
day.
you got?
Give me another one. Give me another one, bro.
What's
This is
up, Mel?
so
I'll
fire,
break down
bro.
the Bible about
I
the
love
life.
Christianity.
Hold on, what
I love it.
else
It's my
did I
life.
say? I said sexist.
Yeah, real talk.
I bet you gotta understand.
What's
like,
the greatest
like I
hit?
said,
What's the
when
greatest
girls
hits
in
in
their
the
period,
Bible? Just-
can
Hey,
you really sit there and listen?
What?
When they're on their period, can you really sit there and listen? Because you know they're not
Let's say what
on
does
their
the
right
Bible
mind.
say
'cause
about
they're going through pain.
periods?
That's
About
interesting.
what?
No, that's
I'm
interesting.
gonna see. What does the
Yeah,
Bible
yeah,
say?
But that's why he didn't get them all of it. Because, like, listen, we got to put y'all to the side. Y'all have to have y'all parents. We know y'all not going to be in your right state of mind because y'all have to have the babies. We need y'all to go through this. Y'all have to take care of them. Make sure they good. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I think that
Yo,
everything
the
here
Bible
checks
talks
out.
about menstruation, bro.
Of course, the Bible talks about everything, dog.
Wow. Leviticus 20:18. If a man lies with a woman during her menstrual period and uncovers her nakedness, he has made naked her fountain, and she has uncovered the fountain of her blood. Both of them shall be cut off from among their people. I don't know what this means.
I mean, stop
a lot
fucking
of
girls on their periods, bro.
Oh, duh.
Yeah,
You've done that before.
we all have.
Who liked it, though? Who really liked that blood shit?
Yo, you realize that there's at least, you've contradicted everything in the Bible that they tell you
Why
not
do
to
you
do,
think
you've done.
God said forgiveness? He gave us so many things because he knew that we were born as sinners. We was gonna come through the canal, and then we're gonna see the sunlight. Sure, don't want nobody else to go through
Listen,
the thing, but
you don't
him.
think that's some bullshit, though?
But how you get stronger without going through the struggle?
Because in the world, we can't do that. We
Why
can't
not?
continue to fuck up, and just ask for forgiveness.
Charlamagne.
That happened every day.
They'll put you in jail forever.
If you get caught.
And then you get out.
If you get caught.
No, but then you get out eventually.
What if they give you life?
For what? It all depends on what you do.
Even prison got a 3-strike law.
And then
What
what
you talking
happened?
about?
Prison isn't Christian.
He ain't got.
I don't think none of this shit Christian.
He ain't
We don't
forgiven.
even know who Christian is.
Now all of a sudden you're about prison.
God.
Now all of a sudden you forgot
Jesus
the
and
17th.
Defund Christianity. Defund
Wow.
the church.
This
I don't
guy's
know what
wild,
you're
bro. The church is
I'm
right.
paying my
Give
tithes
me
and
one
offering
thing.
this week.
You've yet to
Early
give us
now.
one thing
What
we
does God
disagree
need
with.
your money?
What you mean?
That's
we
the
need
other
my money?
thing.
What?
Because you got to understand right now.
What?
Why would
As
God
being a
need
pastor's
money?
son.
Say what?
Why would God need money?
I'm gonna tell you. As being a pastor's son, you said big in churches. Who paying the light bill?
What that got to do with God?
I'm gonna tell you because this is his sanctuary. This is his hospital. This is where you
The
need
Bible
to go.
says you cannot find God in any man-made temple.
Exactly.
Why not?
It says that as
So
a
you right
scripture.
now. So you wouldn't want to go to the Potter House and hear what TD Jakes
I
have?
love going to the pot
All
house.
right. So
but
what are
guess
you talking about?
When
you
I
don't
don't
want these
need
lights to be
to.
on.
when I donate money
when
to
you
the
have
pot
when you don't have the chicken and stuff
on
at the
Sundays
end of
when
the
I
church.
donate, because I do donate to Bishop T.D. Jakes, guess what I'm donating to?
Who?
Bishop T.D. Jakes in the Potter House.
But can I be
I would
honest
never
with you?
say this is for God.
God didn't
No,
say.
no.
It don't.
Well, no, but
Listen,
he
you
has
know what you're
access
doing.
to God.
This is
God
his temple.
also, God didn't say, "Here's light." He said, "Let there be light."
Pay the bill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pay the
You
bill.
got to pay the bill, so
Let
you
there
need
be
money to
light.
pay the bill.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what it's
He was
for.
very clear about that.
That's what it's for. A lot of things in the
Yo,
neighborhood,
this is-
people don't understand church take care. They take care of a lot of people that is homeless and messed up and always need their light bill paid.
Give me a
They-
scripture.
Yo,
that
this
you
is wild.
disagree with. Go,
Listen.
give me one.
I don't know which
You
one
got
I
nothing to get this.
I
There's
disagree with all of
literally
them.
not a single one.
Leviticus 15, 19, 30. When a
Who is
woman,
Leviticus, bro?
You don't know who that is?
Leviticus 15,
No.
19,
I'll tell
30.
you right now.
When a woman has a discharge, and the discharge in her body is blood, she shall be in her menstrual impurity for 7 days.
Yes.
And whoever touches her shall be unclean until the evening.
Got blood
And
on you.
everything on which she lies during her menstrual impurity shall be unclean. Everything also on which she sits shall be unclean. And whoever touches her bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the evening. And whoever touches anything on which she sits shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in the water and be unclean until the evening. Whether it is the bed or anything on which she sits, when he touches it, he shall be unclean until the evening. What's the
Bro.
point of that?
Didn't have pads back in the day.
Yeah, but what's the point of that
Blood is
scripture?
all over.
This is a meaningless scripture.
No,
How?
this is the most meaningful.
Talk to
They
me.
got all this blood all over the place.
It's not
Everything she
about the
touched, she got blood on it.
It's not about the blood.
What is it about?
It's about a little separation during their period.
7 days.
Oh,
ain't
you mean like
living
don't be
right.
around the woman for
That's
7
all it
days?
She's
is.
going crazy.
She
No
can't sit
blood.
on nothing.
Got you,
She can't
got
sit
you.
on nothing. She can't
Got
lay
you.
on nothing, right? You can't even touch her. Everything about it. And also, you have
Blood
to
all
understand,
over.
the word unclean is different now than then. Unclean back in the day killed you. If water was unclean, you drank it, you died.
Mhm.
If you got a wound infected, you died. Unclean, I think you have to look at as almost like will kill you. So if you replace those words, a woman sits on this, she'll kill you. A blah, 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 she'll kill you. So now you take the woman who's on her period, you move her to a separate part of the community, right? And then what did God do? God made them cycle so they're all together. So you just put this bloody cyclone to a different part of the community, right? And then all the dudes kick it for a fucking week. Everybody
That's
hangs out,
it.
talks story, drinks
We
some
need that
fucking
away
wine.
from them anyway.
Exactly, it's free time. This is fire, bro.
Bro, and guess
This
what?
is
Just
fire.
like you talk about the syncing up part, when they get together, they sync up. So it's a reason why God did that.
Exactly, so they could be with one another. So we
Wow,
only lose
y'all
one
go
week.
over there.
It's
I
one
chill over here,
week.
and then he gave us porn. Come on.
Not yet.
Really? I would say not yet. Like,
The Bible frowns upon porn.
Yeah,
Sir.
It does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, give me another one,
Hold on,
Charlotte.
I'm
Everything
looking-
about this makes sense.
I'm looking
bro.
for this one that I know
You're
you.
right.
I'm looking for this one that really slaps. Where is it at, man?
You ain't getting nothing.
Who's it
slapped
by
yet.
though? Who's it
No,
by?
because y'all have
Hopefully
justified.
it's David.
Y'all have justified a bunch of bullshit
you know what's
That's not
crazy
true.
though?
instead of just admitting that the Bible is an outdated thing.
No.
And by the way, I don't care either
y'all
way.
outdated.
How about-
Whoever think it is,
By the
y'all
way,
outdated.
I don't care either way. I'm just saying by today's standards and what they cancel people for, there's a million things in the Bible.
I don't agree
They
with
could
all the
cancel people
cancel.
for.
I don't agree with
So
all the
can I ask
cancel
you a
culture
question?
stuff.
You know how the women try
Some
to
of
say
them.
that God is woman or woman is God, whatever.
Who
I
said
don't
that?
think that's true. Some women be trying to say that.
Women say that. Is that in the Bible? Because we're just going off
this
the
is
Bible.
no. Hold on.
Go.
This the slapper. This the
Okay,
slapper.
give me-
Our
give me-
Father,
It's the slapper.
which art in heaven.
Just give me
Our
it.
Father, which art
1
in
Peter
heaven.
2:18.
Okay.
St. Peter's writes, slaves,
Okay.
be subject to your masters with all reverence,
Okay.
not only to those who are good and equitable, but also to those who are perverse.
Okay.
Paul condemns enslavers with the sexually immoral abusers of themselves. But forget that one. But also to those who are perverse. So that means slaves have to love their masters,
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
have to be good to their masters,
Okay.
and have to always do what their masters want, even if it's perverse.
Who is a master? How a master look?
What are you talking about?
How a master?
Slaves?
I'm just saying. So how a slave look? I'm a
Old
slave.
white man.
I'm a slave. I'm a slave to my girl.
Man, knock it off.
What are you
But-
talking about?
first of all,
I have to listen to what the fuck she's saying.
When you go
I don't
home,
want
when
to.
you go home tonight, I want you to watch Birth of a Nation, the Nat
Mhm.
Turner movie.
I understand.
Nat Turner
all
was a
that type of
pastor in
stuff.
Virginia who
Rebel.
rebelled
That's
because
cool.
he realized the slave
I would've been
master
one of them
was
guys.
using the Bible to control the slaves. So
Mhm.
don't forget the perverse part. If you believe in the Bible, that means your slave master can fuck you in the ass.
No.
Why not? The Bible says you can. The Bible says you have to be equitable to your slave master, even if it's perverse.
Wait.
Bend over, grab your Tim's, Wax.
Nope.
Nope.
Because
Help me out.
putting a dick in an ass will send you to hell.
Wait. What you
Can't
say?
do that.
What it
That's
say?
why the Bible's a
What it say,
contradiction.
No, it's not.
No, it
Yes,
ain't.
it is.
Hey, perverse doesn't mean that. Perverse could be perverse working environment,
This guy's unbelievable.
not actual sexual perverse.
He only want to put
time out,
one
time out,
thing
okay,
in his
okay.
hand. That's
Also,
it.
by the way, I have to understand what slavery was at that time.
Like he's saying, slaves to what? People slaves to their jobs right now. You know how many people slave? Look, why didn't Dave Chappelle?
Don't
He
do
said
that.
he was about to be a slave to his job.
That's silly.
It's so you could be so many slaves to so many things.
No, you can't.
So you tell me, what do you mean you can't be slave?
No, you can't.
People slave themselves right
No,
now
'cause-
today.
'cause
you
you
never
can-
slaved
You
before.
can, you can quit a job.
I didn't work.
We're talking about
for free.
slavery, whips, chains,
this is a
butt
tough one.
breaking.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one.
Wow.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one. Now, here's the thing. I would argue that this was at a time where that word was used for somebody who had a debt to be paid and they worked under someone in order to pay that debt.
Mhm.
And then after paying that debt, then they were free to do whatever they want, depending on the length of that debt. And I think there are stories in the Bible about that. Oh, for 5 years, I had to do this to pay that. Now,
I
within
don't know
those,
anything about
I
that.
think it's still like that because you got a boss at work. You got to listen to him.
That's not a slave, bro.
What is that work? You got a job. You
Well, you
got to
can
listen to
leave.
your.
Stop disrespecting
You have
your
your freedom.
ancestors. Exactly.
yeah, like you could free.
I think
Okay,
you have to listen to somebody and you don't
well,
want
give
to.
us another one,
I
Charlotte.
think that's a slave.
Come on.
No, because the one I really want to give, I don't even want to hear y'all explanation.
Wait, which
You
one?
know, we about to rip
Yeah,
this shit up.
yeah. Give
No,
that
you're
one.
not.
Rip it
Give
up.
that one. Give
No,
that
you're
one.
not.
We can cut it.
No, you're not.
We can cut it. We can cut
Rip
it.
that up.
We can cut it.
No, you're
We
not.
can cut it. We can cut
I
it.
don't want to even
Rip.
do it. Okay, let's pay some bills.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
that
I
has
gotta
been.
piss, I
Hey,
gotta piss.
that has been Brilliant Idiots Bible Study. Join us. We might do this once a month. All right.
And I'm paying my
Okay.
tithes and offers early this week.
All right, Molson course. These days, everything is go, go, go. All right, it's nothing but nonstop hustle all the time. Work, friends, family, a million pressing social issues, and an expectation to be on 24/7. Sometimes you just need a moment to turn off and hit reset. That's when you reach for Coors Light. It's made to chill, okay? There's only one beer out there that's literally made to chill, and that's Coors Light. The mountains on the bottles and cans even turn blue when your beer is cold. If you've ever even held a can of Coors Light, you realize how cold Coors gets. Very refreshing. That way, you always know when it's time to chill, okay? Because it gets so cold that it turns blue. When you need to hit reset, just open a Coors Light. It's Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. It's literally made to chill. It's just crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies. Perfect for a moment to unwind. Salute to all my people in Moncks Corner, South Carolina. You know, anywhere in South Carolina. Moncks Corner, Hugh G, like St. Stephen. I guarantee you, you drive through any of those country neighborhoods, you're going to see people fresh off work, sitting under that tree, cracking open a cold Coors Light.
All day long.
Guaranteed. All right. Coors Light is the one I choose when I need to unwind. What my people do. So when you want to hit reset, reach for the beer that's made to chill. Get Coors Light in the new look delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/idiots. Celebrate responsibly with Coors Light. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. And today's show is brought to you by Squarespace, okay? domains, websites, online stores, marketing tools. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. You'll find what you need, whether you're showcasing your work, blogging and publishing content, selling products and services, announcing upcoming events, or anything you can dream of, okay? Buying a domain from Squarespace is easy because there are no hidden fees or price hikes, and get to know your audience with their analytics tools. Those include insight on page views, traffic sources, time on site, audience geography, and more. It's also simple too. Start with a design template and use drag and drop tools to make it your own. All websites are optimized for mobile. Your site looks great on any device. Every Squarespace website and online store comes with a suite of integrated features and useful guides that help maximize prominence among search results. These SEO tools are paramount. Head to squarespace.com/idiot for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code IDIOT to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/idiot with offer code IDIOT for 10% off your first purchase. Now let's get back to the show. Do we have church announcements?
The announcements are a very important part of what we do in church.
Wax, you got church announcements?
I believe this week, at the end of the week, I'll be on 85 South Show.
Couple weeks.
We are doing the, representing for our show. We have our live show on February 5th at Caveat in New York City. Go to Eventbrite and go to Brilliant Idiots and, go and check that out. Over in LA, I have my Who's Wax. Go to who'swax.com and go to your nearest dispensary out there in LA. And I just now went on 85 South talking about the airsoft. Me and Jack Thriller got a game next weekend fighting against each other. And all the other podcasts out there, y'all start finding out who y'all want to fight against, man. Start getting some teams. Alex, go get a team. You know what I'm saying? Find out who you want to fight against and let's make this happen.
I got Flagrant.
All right,
Got Flagrant?
Flagrant, who you want to fight? Who you Flagrant want to fight against? Who would y'all fight against?
I don't know. I have to think about that.
Yeah, come on, man. Let's get these teams, man. Let's make it be like the new verses out here. This would be way better. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's my announcements, brother.
My church announcements is simple. Go to blackeffect.com. Make sure you download and subscribe to all the podcasts on the Black Effect. I got to salute the Reasonably Shady podcast. Giselle and Robin. They were nominated at the NAACP Image Awards. Let me see what the category was. The category was Outstanding Arts and Entertainment Podcast. So salute to Reasonably Shady. Giselle and Robin, they got nominated. And I got to salute the homie Michelle Williams. Her podcast, Checking In, was nominated at the NAACP Awards for Outstanding Lifestyle Self-Help Podcast. So make sure you subscribe to both those podcasts. Congratulations to both those podcasts. And make sure you go out there, man, and grab Tamika Mallory's State of Emergency, How to Win in the Country We Built on Black Privilege Publishing, and grab Anita Kopach's Shallow Waters, also on Black Privilege Publishing. And make sure you scream The God's Honest Truth on Paramount Plus, my late night talk show. The whole first season is up there on Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus is the shit.
Paramount Plus is popping.
Shit. I'm not gonna lie. I've been watching Yellowstone on that
Fuck with
shit.
Yellowstone, huh?
Dude, yeah. I mean, it's just really fun. It's great. It's Succession, but in Montana. And I think it exposes Succession in a lot of ways. Like, Succession is great acting, great writing, but at the end of the day, it's like a bunch of billionaires that pretend to have problems, and it's just like, just leave. You take your inheritance. Yeah. If your day is hard, just leave.
You can go anywhere in the world. Yeah,
Mars.
Go to the Bahamas, enjoy your life. Like, go anywhere in the world, and then just don't put up with that drama
hookers.
if it's so bad. You're choosing to be there.
Yeah, I've watched the episode of Succession, a couple of them. I didn't like it only because for the same reason you just said, because it's like, that's unrealistic. Because you know what I would like to see, and maybe they do explore this in other episodes, I don't know. It just shows you can't run from yourself, and it shows that money don't make you happy. So whatever true happiness is internal. Mm-hmm. So you can have all the money in the world. I haven't even seen Yellowstone, but from what you're saying, it sounds like it's just a bunch of people enjoying nature.
No, it's like basically a soap opera, like high stakes drama. They have this massive ranch in Montana, and basically it's like everybody wants to take that land from them. Yeah. And there's some white folks that took it from some Native Americans back in the day, and the Native American dudes are trying to take it back. These other land developers from California are trying to encroach on their shit. And it's like the wild stuff that they have to do to protect this land. And the land that they essentially have is the size of Rhode Island. It's like the biggest private ranch. And they don't make no money on it. They just have billions of dollars worth of actual fucking property.
Yeah.
But their only value is in that property. So everybody's trying to find ways to screw them out of it, and they got to do fucked up gangster shit to like keep it. And it's just for me, I hate worlds that I'm familiar with. Like the Succession shit, like a bunch of white people in corporate America in New York City. Like I've been seeing it. Like I love Sopranos, is great, but like I grew up with these dudes.
The mafia, yeah.
So it's like, but that horse riding Montana shit, all right.
That's your new world.
Let's enjoy it.
I'm with you. The name don't slap though, because I think Yellowstone Park.
Yeah,
I think
name
Yogi
is a little
Bear.
weird. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll be with you. Yeah.
Don't slap.
Yep.
What's your church announcement, Schultz?
Oh, Infamous Tour, Cali. We coming, man. We'll be there this month. I think there's tickets left for Coachella, right? So Oxnard's sold out. Brea is sold out. I think Coachella and San Jose. Go check those out. Maybe a few tickets left for Sacramento. TheAndrewSchultz.com for all the rest of the cities. Tour is going through the end of April, man. The tour dates are already set. Nothing else added. So if you want to see the Infamous Tour, you got to get one of these dates. And yeah, man, we'll see you. Radio City Music Hall. That's going to be fucking wild, man.
Radio City?
So,
right.
So yeah. So check out TheAndrewSchultz.com. Go get those tickets before they're gone in the places.
Radio City, we there, bro.
No, we in there for Radio City.
Good shit. We're going to cook up some fun stuff for Radio City, man.
All right, what do we want to touch on? I thought Kanye's bar to Pete was corny as hell.
I liked
thought
it.
It was corny.
I mean, I liked it a little bit.
I didn't like
really?
it.
Yeah, he's showing little balls. You guys choose something.
What happened to Jesus?
I like Jesus and I love
What happened
Jesus.
to God?
It is, but
you weren't even cursing on your records, and now all of a sudden you want to beat up Pete Davidson.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like you see the guy who's always nerdy, but he's talented and everybody love him. Then you see the church guy who's played the piano. Now he out there bucking back at the guy. He's like,
I didn't respect
you see the nerdy guy want to get a little tough. You don't think that's cool?
I don't believe it.
That's why it's cool. It's funny.
We don't believe.
I want to see the entertainment.
Oh, you don't believe you can take Pete?
I don't believe that he'll do it. Famous people don't fight, bro.
No.
He just punched somebody.
He paid that motherfucker. Like,
and yo, by the way,
it's like everybody believes like Jake Paul, what's his face, Tyron Woodley is rigged. Everybody believes Logan Paul, Floyd Mayweather is rigged. And then Kanye punches a fucking paparazzi. And you don't think that's rigged? Like, yeah, that's your goddamn mind, bro. Like, of course.
I was shocked that Kanye went on Jason Lee, salute to Jason Lee and Hollywood Unlocked. I was shocked that he went on there and admitted it. Because I was like, shit, you admit that shit on me. I'm going back to the scene of the crime and I'm going to lay back down on the ground where you hit me. And
I'm trauma right here.
Still there. That's going to cost him $2, but he got it.
He got it.
You know what I mean?
I don't care about that.
I just thought the line was corny. You know what I mean? And for me, it's like I think about what he said on Drink Champs when he said
Pete's safe.
He used all the backpackers. Remember, he was like, I used all the backpackers. I never really liked backpack rap. Yeah. And then you see him hanging out with like a lot of the street rappers now. He's hanging out with all these guys just to be able to say that line. You know what I mean? But I want all those street rappers to know he's using y'all too. But the difference is, the street rappers aren't going to be used. They're going to keep their hand in Kanye West's pockets because wolves do not make good house pets. And Kanye West will learn that.
And you see what happened to 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine learned that the hard way.
Wolves don't make good house pets. I don't care. You think you're using them for your own.
Either.
That's right. You think you're using them for your own personal gain.
Yeah.
No.
Now?
No.
They're coming back for
you're
that.
You're going to be doing more concerts. And you're going to be on more songs.
Birthday parties, Sweet 16.
That's right.
Oh, we're going to use you up, baby.
Right. Yeah. That's right.
You're going to be the toothpaste, baby.
Good luck. That's all I can tell you. And I don't even wish people good luck because I don't believe in it. Good luck. You know what I mean? But
are you growing tired of the antics? It seems like you're a little tired of the antics.
I've been tired of it.
Yeah.
I've been tired.
I don't think it's antics. I mean, anybody who have a baby mom and you got a new boyfriend, you always going to throw a couple of stabs at him until y'all finally have a beer and chill out. But it's okay for Kanye to do this. He's still a human.
And listen, you're absolutely right. He can do whatever he wants. You know what I mean?
He's around his kids. He don't like this man right now. He's fucking his wife. Not his girlfriend, not his ex.
Well, his ex-wife.
That's his
ex.
It's his wife, though.
It is his ex. It is his ex-wife.
But it's his wife, though. Once you kiss somebody, ate their pussy, it's like, I almost love you forever.
He's fucking other girls, too.
Nah, man, can fuck a girl, but you, like, he did all that nasty stuff to her knowing she have a period. Come on, bro.
What?
He ate a pussy before.
You must be reading out the book of Jesus, because I ain't even. What are you talking about? Where did this come from? Like, this just went left for no reason. Like, what are you talking about?
I just
think it's corny. And also, too, it's just like, once again, when you're privy to other information, you know what I mean? Like, we're not on the outside looking in and just seeing what people know on social media.
Yeah.
Like, we talk to these people and we know it's just silly. It's just all silly. And yes, it does get exhausting. And yes, it gets tiresome. And,
Yeah, Pete ain't worrying
that's
about
in
that.
everybody healing energy. Pete is living his best life.
I say Pete
Chill.
don't give a fuck.
Pete is having a ball.
Yeah.
Chill out.
All right.
Yeah.
Keep chilling, Pete.
BDD is out here.
Got your back.
Big Dick Davidson. Okay.
Nothing
All right. We know who the snake is. We know who Eve is. And we know where the snake lies. That snake is hanging. All right. That snake is hanging on Pete's body, whispering in Eve's ear. All right. Eat the apple. Eat the goddamn apple. I'm sending everybody healing energy in this situation.
Yeah.
I like the Jay-Z Meek Mill thing. Did you see that? Where Jay-Z and Meek Mill are they're fighting. I don't know if they're fighting. I don't know what you actually call it, but they're doing something to where they don't want rappers' lyrics used in court anymore.
Yeah.
What's the exact headline? They don't want rappers.
Oh,
lyrics.
yeah. Like, it shouldn't be used as evidence. It should be
shouldn't used as
inadmissible.
evidence.
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah, Jay-Z, Meek Mill, and more push for a law to prevent lyrics from being used in court against rappers to prove guilt. Okay,
That's not cool.
here's my thing.
So many other things, families.
How about let's tell rappers, number one, let's tell people not to commit crimes. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, let's tell them not to rap about them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't tell on yourself.
Like if I do something and then I get on a record and rap about it, that's an admission of guilt. I'm incriminating myself. Why wouldn't I use that in court if I'm a lawyer trying to win a case?
That's like Jay-Z and Meek Mill telling the courts, like, whatever you hear on these cell phones after they make a drug deal, they can't, don't lock them up for it.
It's pretty much kind of the same thing. Like it's all incriminating.
Tell
like
them to stay off the phones like you're supposed to do, OGs. Like, we got so many other things out here to go after.
Yeah,
Leave
you
this one
can't
alone.
make a rule to stop people from being stupid.
No,
right?
bro.
You're just dumb.
Right.
Like, you killed somebody, and then you rapped about killing
it.
somebody, and then you do it because you know that there's going to be clout attached to it.
Yeah.
Right? And now all of a sudden you're upset that the police also
There's more
found
consequences.
SoundCloud.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go to jail.
Yeah, I'd like to hear more about the thought process behind this because, a lot of it has to, even go to the blame of rappers because the thing about rap is like your lyrics are supposed to be real. There was a point in our culture we would shame people for not having real lyrics. I'm even on record as saying I like my gangster rappers to do gangster things. In hindsight, it's the stupidest shit in the world to say and it's the stupidest shit to encourage. But we did. So what happened was you had all these dudes in the street like, oh, these motherfuckers ain't even doing this shit for real. We out here really doing it. So let's get on here and talk about our real lives. And now those are the people getting jammed up.
I could put a stop to all this immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Hold record labels accountable as accessories after the fact.
That's right.
Now, they might not go to jail for it, but there'll be something. And if you know about a murder, you know about a robbery, you know about all these things that really did happen.
They funded it?
No. You just know about it.
You got the information.
They were recorded at your studio.
That's right.
And
you heard the song before everybody else.
You heard it before everybody
else. Why didn't you call
call the police?
That's right. Call Crime Stoppers.
Call Crime Stoppers.
What was the fucking dog
But
name?
they're snitching now.
You do that whole gangster genre is done.
But they're snitching now.
Game
so
over.
Somebody gonna kill them.
Or, well, I'll say this real quick just to finish. Or you're only allowed to rap about fake shit because if it's fake, you could put it out there.
And I'm fine with that. If rappers from day one always said, this is just entertainment, we're fictional storytellers, none of this is true. Because let's be clear.
Like country music.
Like country music. Let's be clear.
All them stories ain't happened. I kicked the
Maybe they
line.
did. But even if they did, they're not acting like it was real. You know what I mean?
They dance with it though.
I mean, they are. Country people, the country music, they're like, yeah, I got in a bar fight and did a thing, blah, 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 blah. Maybe there was some sort of fight or
Johnny
whatever.
Cash talked about clapping somebody, I think.
Really?
Yeah. There's a Johnny Cash song I think I remember him saying.
Wow, boy.
He talked about clapping somebody.
Well, he's probably performing for that motherfucker in that jail. He's singing a song about him.
But point is, if you commit a crime, don't get on a record and rap about it.
Yeah, don't even talk about it. It's totally out of your brain.
What's
Anything
that?
I
That's
did
not
before
fair.
never
Because when
happened.
you were younger, you wanted your gangster rappers rapping real shit. And you
We
say
know
now
no
that's
better.
stupid, but can the younger generation have their?
No, not when they're getting locked up for it.
No, why? Because the consequences is too much.
That's right. And it goes back to what I said. The generation before us, they were entertaining. 95% of that shit they was talking about was bullshit.
Wasn't true.
It absolutely was. That's why Chris Rock made CB4 back in the day. Because they knew
that
these dudes was faking. Like literally 95% of them was lying.
I don't think.
I believe it.
I'm sure you did.
At least 85% of it for sure.
But what happened was these real dudes on the sideline saw these people rapping
Come
about
into
their
the
life,
game.
and they decided to jump in the game
Why you
and
think
talk
everybody
about their
keeps saying
real
the same
life.
thing over and over and over again?
That's right.
And now you're rapping no more.
And they getting jammed up. Like literally, I'm not gonna name some of these people, but there's literally cases where guy pays his man to go kill a rival and then raps about the rival getting killed and his man who he paid to kill him. And
Good
all
job.
of them get picked up by the Fed. Like, it's literally like that Key
Good
and
job.
Peele sketch.
Yeah.
It's literally like the Key and Peele
Yeah.
sketch.
There were a lot of rappers we grew up with that said, oh, they get their inspiration from people around them. They rap about some of the stuff going on that the people around them are doing. The kids are doing the same shit.
No. I mean, they are, but
Yeah.
some of them are actually doing these crimes. I believe rap is entertainment. I don't believe people should be jammed up for their rap lyrics. But if you commit a crime,
And you telling
and then I hear a record, and you admit to this crime that you committed, not even on some generic, like, I walk in the club and kill people. I'm talking about this person killed this person
John
on this
killed
block
Billy
while this
on
person
Martin
was
Luther
wearing
King
this
Boulevard
shirt.
with a red
You got to
shirt.
go to jail.
You're going.
Which by the way, which has happened, which makes it crazy.
About a
How
week
would
ago.
Meek Mill and Jay-Z feel if somebody wrote a song killing someone they loved and people wanted to use that
That's
as
right.
evidence to
That's
put
right.
that
That's
person
smart.
in jail?
That's right.
Would they also keep that same energy? Would they be like, no, we don't use rap?
That's why I think you should leave this one alone. They should
And
leave this one alone.
In this era,
So many
of-
other
of-
things to help out with.
this era, we smoking on such and such, and we smoking on this person, we smoking on this person. These kids are literally making songs about the people that they're killing.
Yeah.
Like literally, there was this
Yeah.
whole thing coming out of Florida where these guys were like rapping over like pop songs, and these songs are huge.
Slap.
But allegedly, this is really shit that's going on in the street, and the police even know about it.
Yeah, one of the young boys took three perks or something like that and almost died, and he did it because of the song. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted to be cool. And we asked him like, "What the fuck made you do this?" He thought that these motherfuckers really that's doing the songs really popping all these perks and shit and
Well,
drinking
that's
lean
different.
and all that type of shit. But all that shit
No,
same
that's
exact
different. I get
thing.
what you said, but what you're talking about right now is influence. I'm talking about actually committing a crime
That was
and then
influenced.
going on the record and rapping about that crime.
You know why?
That's
That was influenced too because
Influence
they
is
killed that
different.
because they seen 50 Cent get shot and then he blew up. Other people killed somebody and then got blew up. Like, oh damn, that's what I got to do. These people influence these motherfuckers to do dumb shit and they ain't even really doing
Yeah,
it.
but it's a difference though. I can't use none of that in court. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying they
there's
ain't
difference
really
in
do it
actual
back in the
lyrics.
day. They
What-
ain't really do it back in the day, and this guy ain't really smoking lean and taking 3 perks. He's killing people and they taking perks because they
that's all
bullshit.
influence. I agree with that. That's all influence. I think this is separate from this though, because it's literally if you incriminate yourself on a record, it can be used in court. It's really just that simple. Because they would do it if you wrote a letter. They would do it if it was a phone tap conversation.
You just
know
put
what I'm
music
saying?
behind it so you don't use it.
That's right.
Don't do that,
It's
man.
the same shit. Let's do some asking idiots, Taylor.
So, Eric R. Tinnick wants to know what are you still trying to prove to yourself or others?
What am I still trying to prove to myself or others?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to prove nothing to nobody else.
Neither.
At all. Like zero. That's always been a problem. That's always been,
That is
a
my
problem growing up. Yeah, the problem growing up is you always want to
Don't
prove
give a
something to other
fuck.
people. At this point in my life, I ain't trying to prove nothing to nobody at all. What am I trying to prove to myself?
That's a good one.
That's an interesting question. I guess I'm still living it, you know?
Yeah.
Because you're 43, you're a father, you're a husband, and you're living out your wildest dreams. So you just want to prove to yourself that you're everything you always thought you were.
Yeah.
You know what I
Say
mean?
that.
That's all. I just want to continue to prove to myself that I'm everything I've always believed myself to be. Everything I've always envisioned myself to be, I'm doing. And I just want to continue to do it on a high level.
Yeah, I want to tell myself it's not as bad as it seems. It's not as good as it is. So just keep me balanced and keep going.
So my daddy always said,
That's what I always take that from you.
my
When
daddy
you
always said that. You're never as good as they say you are. You're never as bad as they say you are.
Yeah.
Prove to myself or others.
You've been looking in the mirror a lot lately,
What the
bro.
fuck
I
is
know.
going on, man?
You're trying to prove something to yourself. Like, you've been
you
looking in
gotta
the mirror
prove
a lot.
something to yourself.
Like,
Yo,
like a lot.
I
You
can't
know what it
believe
is? It's like I feel so sexy. And then I'll look in the mirror and I'll be like, yeah, I was right. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
You
You know
not?
what I'm saying?
Shit.
Nah.
What kind of friend would
I
that
just
be?
got a new haircut and I'm trying to trying to make myself
Trying to
sit
convince
right.
myself. Should I go back to this motherfucker?
Yeah, we got this.
I didn't get enough compliments.
Oh, I still got hair on my head. Yeah,
Motherfuckers ain't walking by like, yo, nice cut. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Fuck, they don't see what I see?
No, but that is a good question.
That's
What
a
do you
good
prove to
question.
yourself? I don't know. Yeah, prove to yourself.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I think the same might apply to you. I think you're proving to yourself that you were right.
Yeah, that's a good way. But yeah, because it's like,
That's satisfying.
in order for us to do these things, we need to believe in ourselves.
Yes.
So it's like yeah. So that's a better way to put it. Because it's not like I don't believe in myself and I'm like, let me try to. It's I believe in myself and now I'm proving that I was
You was
right.
right.
Yes.
Every step too, because with God, you don't know how far God actually going to take us. But
That's real.
wherever we at right now, if we made one step into this, you already start winning, man.
Yeah, I told you.
I said it last year. I was like, yo, you know, you've been watching all of us on this journey for so long, but just imagine where we'll be in 10 years. And so for me, that's my thing. Like, just constantly proving that
Over and over
we
again.
are who we've always said we are, and we are who we believed ourselves to be.
Yeah.
And we keep proving ourselves right, because we're gonna always have doubters. Like, that's what the world is.
They there for a reason.
There's nobody. By the way, you show me who gets positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
Other than from their people.
Yeah.
It's gonna always be somebody telling you ain't shit, you ain't shit.
You
can't
need
do this,
that.
you can't do
You
this.
need it.
You're not this. You're not that. Like, yeah, okay.
You don't want no
Cool.
smooth road.
Yeah,
You'll fall
that's
asleep.
Huh?
You don't want no smooth road. You'll fall asleep.
Yeah, that's interesting.
You need some turns. You need some bumps.
yeah,
you
Keep
need
you on your
some-
toes.
Keep you on your shit, man. I don't want nothing smooth.
Yeah.
I don't care if you
Comfort-
love me too much. My girl
comfort
come in
could
the house
be
and my
a
girl love me
curse.
too much. Fuck that. What happened?
No, I want all that love. Fuck all that.
I get it, but all right.
I was talking about that because, I was saying 2022 is the year of boundaries, right? Meaning, like, you really got to set your boundaries in order to find peace. Like, I think sometimes we accept too much from people. Like, somebody ain't good for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know he using that money
certain
for crack.
things not good for you.
Yeah.
But we still accept them for whatever reason, because out of habit or because we feel like we should. It's like, no, set your boundaries and be unapologetic about setting your boundaries. Because I'm at the point in my life where if I don't trust you or if I don't feel safe around you, can't be in my life.
Yeah.
Nope.
You know what I mean? I got to trust you and I got to feel safe. Fuck comfortable. We use that word a lot,
Yeah,
but
throw it
the
around.
devil can make us comfortable.
That's his job.
That's his job.
Interesting.
The worst
Rock us
thing,
to sleep.
the worst thing,
Mhm.
when people trying to get you, they want to make you comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, yo, let
Yeah.
me talk to you for a second over here. Hey, yo, come over here for a second. I want to holler at you.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to make themselves feel comfortable so they can do what they do to you.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, fuck
Walk
all
around
that.
the corner with me.
I don't want to feel comfortable. I want to feel safe
Mhm.
Yeah.
and trusted. I want to trust you and I want to feel safe. If I don't trust you and I don't feel safe, nah.
You hear him, TSA? I'm not going in the back room.
Whoa.
What?
And they
Just
will-
saying, I wanna feel safe, not
they'll
going
say
in the back.
we'll fondle you right here. You know
They
what we are?
You want to fly? You want to go home?
That's right. You want to fly? You want to go home? Give us another one, Taylor. You want to fly?
For
I can't wait
Lexandro,
to beat one of that.
I'm gonna say it like that. If you had the option to mechanically enhance your body, what would you do to it?
If I do what now?
If you had the option to mechanically enhance your body, what would you
Mechanically? How can you mechanically enhance
Like
your
make
body?
your feet bigger, make your hands bigger.
do? I would think this something
Like girls
I'm
do?
thinking
Like
he was
make your
saying
butt
like in
bigger?
a way like a metal arm or something and have it do something. That's what I was thinking.
Oh. I would take an adamantium skeleton.
A
I'll take
what?
that.
I mean,
What?
we mechanically enhance our body all the
Wolverine.
time. Like this phone
Yeah,
is mechanically enhancing our minds. Like it keeps all the information that we need. It allows us to remember
Is it really
everything.
mechanically enhancing our mind, though?
Okay, let me take
I think
that
my
back.
memory
It's
sucks.
not enhancing it, but it's replacing it in a better
Yes.
way. It's got all the answers, all the information.
But that used to be
In
in
a
our
better
brain. though,
way?
for
Is it
real.
better?
We used to
I
be
was
saying, is
smart.
it better?
We used to be smarter, bro.
It is a better version of storing information than just remembering it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yo, we
Like-
understand everything in our phone, though, Schultz. We know everything in our phone.
No. Listen. Okay, so there's two discussions here. Like one is more philosophical, like is this hurting us or is this helping us? And then the other one is just like as like a data storage system. It's really efficient. Like
as a data storage system, 100%.
We appreciate
just like
The
looking
best
in there,
ever.
like you haven't spoken to someone in 2
Yes.
years, you type their name, they're
Yes.
there.
Yes.
But then we go, does this reduce our overall happiness? Which I think 100%. So it's like finding that balance.
I think our cognitive dissonance too, though. I
Yeah.
really do. I think our cognitive thinking skills, everything. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
Because even when you have conversations with kids, and I be like, let me look it up. Back in the day, man, we used to let this shit fly.
I love it. I love that.
Why do I have to go on the phone to get misinformation?
Yeah.
We've been putting out misinformation on Brilliant Idiots for years.
Mark,
quit.
So Mark says something funny when we were talking about misinformation, and it's like, why are you assuming it's gender? Why can't it be Mr. Information? You know what I mean?
Oh my God. That's a good one, Mark. Mark, that's a good one.
Why the
I hope
ladies
he's
always
saying that
gotta
on
be
stage.
wrong? Like, why women always gotta be wrong?
Yo,
you know what I mean?
that's
Why
a good
Eve
one.
always out here?
That's the slapper. That's the slapper.
Down
That's
there,
the
period.
slapper. Give us another one.
Well, I don't know if y'all discussed this before. Did y'all watch Spider-Man? A lot of them want to know how y'all feel about it.
Oh yeah, let's talk about it, man. Like, did y'all watch Spider-Man?
I never saw it.
Yo, first of all, that movie is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Tom Holland is phenomenal. Zendaya is phenomenal.
Yes.
The fat Hawaiian kid
Ned.
is great.
Who did this? Who keep doing this?
That's Spider-Man.
All right.
Yeah.
Because I just keep seeing this everywhere.
Whoa.
Yeah.
One day in Atlanta,
TSA,
bro. One day in Atlanta, he got guys
He was
spitting
there
on
too.
him. He keeps seeing this everywhere. From what angle do you see it?
Yeah, exactly.
They just see it.
What the fuck? Spider-Man.
Yeah. You didn't like it.
It was cool.
Oh, I thought it was so
It was-
good.
but
man.
all of that best
Gotta watch
Marvel
it.
movie of all time, everybody relax.
I thought it
Okay.
was. You know what's
Relax.
weird is I don't even rank the Spider-Man movies with the Marvel movies. Like Spider-Man to me is just his own franchise.
Great trilogy.
Yeah, it's just like I thought it was great, and it was one of those things where like I want to see more of it,
I think people got more excited over the cameos.
which were great. And they have
Great
to make
cameos.
a decision to make those cameos, and they have to find a way to make them make sense. Like they just have done a phenomenal job.
I didn't love the story.
Really?
I didn't love the story.
Why?
I thought I just thought it was like more hype than actual like great storytelling.
But what
I
about-
enjoyed it though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the movie, but I enjoyed it for the Daredevil cameo and seeing Tobey Maguire come out and Andrew Garfield. And actually, I didn't really like them just stepping out of the portals like that. That was lazy. That was almost as bad as DC introducing the Justice League in the email. I'm like, can I get a little bit something else other than fucking Andrew Garfield just stepping out of a portal because Ned learned magic for the first time?
Right.
Toby stepping out of a portal because Ned learned magic for the first time. You know
I
what
got
I mean?
you. Like, so you could have introduced them in a more clever way. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I just thought that it was interesting, like the way that they played off of the different Spider-Man, the way that like they closed up certain storylines that we need a little bit of closure with, and like the way that they portray Spider-Man, I think is so interesting, where he's just this regular dude that's trying to do what's right. Like the dude ain't even rich. Like he's really just a regular ass dude from Queens trying to save the people from his neighborhood. Even like he's not even going to Manhattan. It's your friendly neighborhood Spider. He
Friendly
comes to
neighborhood
Manhattan when he wants to swing from shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Big buildings.
I
yeah.
love that idea. Like you're there for the neighborhood. You are there to help your people.
The street level Spider-Man is going to be awesome moving forward. Like
What's
when,
that?
Like when it's, because, now he's just back Spider-Man. Like, it's not the Iron Spider with the Tony Stark suit. People don't know.
I thought they left him the suit or something. Remember?
Nah, people don't know him.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about.
They
a
just know
different
him
thing.
as Spider-Man. He don't have access to the Stark technology and all of that stuff no more.
Holy shit!
So now it's going to be back in the
Nobody
street.
knows him.
Yeah.
I just got goosebumps.
They just know him as Spider-Man. They don't know him as
Oh.
Peter Parker. So he's like reintroducing himself all over again. It's going to be interesting.
But what a beautiful sacrifice.
Clark.
Like, I just thought that was awesome. Like, there's
That was the
something
best part.
so selfless about that character. We love that character. It's always put in these positions where it's always the people first. And I understand that's what a hero is, but like, he embodies that shit. And I know it's so silly to talk about a cartoon like this, but maybe in the same way we talk about these like Bible stories, is like sometimes the stories mean more than the actual characters. In Spider-Man, it's like, what is the right thing to do in that situation?
It's one
he
line.
saved his fucking friends.
It's one line.
He
Joe.
saved their dream, man.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Facts.
That's literally all it summed up. Only thing I didn't like, they gave credit to him learning that in the movie. I feel like they gave credit to Aunt May, kinda.
Oh, because yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
When the reality is, you watch Tony Stark die, Spider-Man. You watch Tony Stark sacrifice himself.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
Oh no,
wow,
yeah.
wow,
all you
wow.
had to do was give up people knowing you,
Yeah.
and you didn't. You know what I mean? That's it. You just had to give up people knowing you. A little, anonymity. Is that the right word?
Anonymity.
Anonymity.
And his future though, because he was going to go to
Tony Stark's died,
MIT.
Alex.
Ah,
He died.
I feel you.
No more pepper pods.
But they could bring it
No
back
more
easy.
daughter.
They can bring it back easy.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But I enjoyed it. I just think that everybody was jumping out the window like, this is the best Marvel movie ever. Greatest Marvel movie of all time. Like, why do y'all do that? Stop.
Keep this in mind. For 2 years, we haven't seen a great movie.
That's
in the
all
movie
it
theater.
is. That's right.
And I don't.
That's right.
And I think that played into it. It's like, having that communal experience, watching something that should be seen on a big screen,
That's right.
seeing it. And let's be honest, Marvel, for the most part, is phenomenal at story. They
Yes.
create great stories.
Yes.
We're exciting, great effects, and they hire awesome actors. Like, say what you want. I get pissed off that all these motherfuckers are from England. Like, I want my Spider-Man to be from New York, right? But like, that kid is a star, bro.
You know why I haven't watched Eternals yet?
Eternals?
Eternals.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't watched Eternals yet because it's got too many high-profile stars.
Yeah.
Harry Styles, Angelina Jolie. That's not the way I like my Marvel movies.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? I didn't know Chris Hemsworth was a dream until I saw Thor. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really recognize Chris Evans like that. Did you?
Yeah, no.
I mean, I knew Robert Downey Jr., of course, but even him was coming back from.
But you know the difference? We fuck with these characters so hard when they're the famous ones.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck Eternals is. I'm not a big Marvel head. So you need to bring some real heat with the actors to get a guy like me into Eternals, and I still am not into it.
I never fucked with Paul Rudd. Tell Ant-Man.
Nah, Paul Rudd is a guaranteed smash no
Fire?
matter what. No. Like, let me explain something about Paul Rudd. Hasn't missed.
Mm-hmm.
His career is nonstop bangers, no matter what the fuck it is.
Didn't know.
When they put Paul Rudd in there, my first reaction was like, Paul Rudd. And I was like, oh yeah, Paul Rudd never misses. It don't matter with Paul Rudd.
He was perfect for Ant-Man. He brought you to the theater.
He could be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd don't play.
Yeah, he bodied Ant-Man.
So like,
Nah.
literally they made Ant-Man as a throwaway. At least in my mind, I was like, oh, they just need to introduce the character. It is what it is. That shit came out.
Phenomenal movie.
And then he stole a few scenes in Avengers.
A few? Ant-Man is the man in Endgame.
Paul Rudd.
He's
Paul Rudd.
the
What
man
makes
in
a good
Endgame.
Marvel movie? Like, what's one of y'all worst ones, y'all think?
The worst MCU.
I
don't have
Captain
a-
America first one was trash.
It wasn't trash.
Garbage.
It wasn't trash. It was cool. It wasn't trash. It's the worst one in the trilogy.
There we go.
But it wasn't trash. What's a bad?
surprised y'all know
But what
Black
makes it
Widow.
trash? So, what's y'all definition of
Black
trash?
Widow.
Which one?
Black Widow.
Black Widow. Yeah, Black
I
Widow.
know
I mean,
Black
Black Widow
Widow.
ain't trash.
Yeah.
Black Widow's about on the level of first Captain America to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is
Is this
one
like
of the worst
Ant-
ones. Yeah.
She's boring like he's boring. You know what I mean? Like what does she do?
You should see Eternals though. Eternals is alright.
Eternals
good?
dope.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'm gonna watch it. I just, all those stars turn me off. I'm like, Harry Styles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I love One Direction. Best song ever. Is one of my favorite songs ever.
Now, One Direction
You know what I mean?
goes. Steal My Girl. That
Angelina
song's
Jolie.
fire.
It's like, I'm gonna watch it though.
Mr. Smith.
Shang-Chi was cool. It was okay.
I gave Shang-Chi a shot because my boy Ronnie Chang is in it, and Ronnie was great. But
I don't know who Ronnie Chang is.
Yeah.
I watched it because Aquafina. I mean, I would have watched it anyway, but
and Aquafina. and
Awkwafina,
I literally
yeah.
gave it a shot
What
for
up?
them.
I did enjoy Shang-Chi. I enjoyed it. You know what it was? I'm just not familiar with the character like that.
Yeah.
And even when I look up in my goddamn Marvel encyclopedia, and Shang-Chi's got like a quarter of a page. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like they took something and tried to make it more than what it is, which is great because that's what Marvel does.
Yeah.
So I mean, I enjoyed it. It was a good movie. But yeah, to your point, this was the first Spider-Man. Was it No Way Home?
Yeah.
Spider-Man No Way Home was the first like Marvel banger that we've
Mm.
seen in a minute, in a couple of years.
And it
Since
felt
Endgame.
good.
It felt good. Felt really good.
Like, yeah.
You know, I wanted to talk about real quick before we get out of here. The NLE Chopper shit.
Oh, the little fight thing?
And the
Or the
reason I
breast
want to
milk.
talk about the NLE Chopper shit is because even more so than just people, it's scary nowadays, what people will do for clout and attention.
Mm-hmm.
We really live in a world that's really just about perspective. Remember back in the day, they would say, believe half of what you hear.
And none of what you see.
No, believe half of what you see, none of what you hear.
And there's one more.
It
That's
can't be
it.
that.
Believe none of what you hear,
And half of what you see.
half of what you see.
Yeah.
Yo, that's literally like we really have to take that to heart in 2022. You should believe nothing of what you hear. Like, I'm not even joking. You should believe none of what you hear. You hear it, you listen. That's it. No, I'm just saying, you listen.
You're right, because if a girl, might hear a girl moaning or stuff like that, she might either be playing with herself or getting smashed.
Either one. But you listen, right?
But you might be wrong. Either one might be wrong.
But don't
so I hear what you're
internalize
saying.
the information is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Until you've actually done
for a
a
fact.
lot more research on your own, and now you know, right? And you really got to believe half of what you see. Because this dude got on video and was like, I just knocked NLE Chopper out.
Yeah,
NLE
it's
Chopper.
wow.
It's a woman in the background co-signing it like, he just knocked out NLE Chopper. It's not.
Yeah.
And then you actually see the other angle of the video. It's none of that. Like, literally,
He
none
looked
of
like
that.
he dropped him.
No.
He looked like he dropped
I
him in
didn't
the
see
video.
that at all.
I
I
forgot
saw
He fell,
NLE
he
trip
slipped. He slipped. But
because he had slides on.
But that's what you're doing for being out there by yourself with your toes out. No, there's a reason why I put Tim's on, because at any time
you're ready.
He was
at
suited
any
up
time,
yesterday,
especially
that
these
was
days
nice.
right now, somebody gonna come get you. Look what happened. You ain't think you was somebody gonna fuck with you that day. You had slides on and shit.
My point is, they can manipulate us so many different ways. The internet can manipulate us so many different ways. And it's just like everything is about perspective. Like, you're a fool if you just jump to a conclusion based off the first thing you see nowadays.
Yeah.
Literally. You're a fool if you jump to a conclusion based off what you hear, but you're really a fool. That's why even when, we do these topics, on the podcast or on the radio, I always say, let's do them for shits and giggles, because we really don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Like that whole story about, Travis Scott called Kanye West over
Not
to the
true.
house. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't believe that. I don't believe you really believe Travis,
Yeah.
who's been accused of inciting riots,
Yeah.
would call this guy over,
Yeah.
who may cause mad commotion without running it by the family.
He probably he might have.
He might have.
He might have.
Why do y'all think
man to
Why-
man. He
why-
knows
if
his
he called
kids.
Travis-
He
if he's
probably know
cool
what
with
he's going
Travis-
through. Because you don't know what Travis and his.
You don't think it's
they're
possible
going
that
through.
like the party was at capacity and he just wanted more people in there?
Oh my God.
This guy. Listen, this guy. It's Andrew Schultz.
Y'all-
This is why he's one of the greatest comedians walking the face of the earth today.
Y'all-
All right, how do you want it? Stand-up podcast? All right,
down.
written word? What do you want? What do you want, man? This guy.
He even did good at his fucking wedding speech.
Listen,
Like, what the fuck? Who does that?
as always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think you're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. But if you listen to this podcast and you think we're just a couple of idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.